Right, and we are live, and this is the Volo and Buttheads Tech-A-Palooza. I'm your guy, Poppy Carlo. I'll lean over here to the side so I'm just in camera with the video up. And you can see this is beginning time of the show. We about to lay it down. My man Volo is logging in. I always play a video before we get it in, so I'm going to play some videos off of Volo's channel, which you can see to the side. Pull this logo down, and we're going to get into it. I'm Mr. C. Poppy Carlo, the bad boy. Our tech board of the week is Steve Jobs. So he's a great one. I got my Philly shirt on. I think the Eagles won today. And I got my Tom Landry hat to hope that the Cowboys lose. So I'm doing both things perfectly right now. And welcome to Volo and Buttheads Tech-A-Palooza with Tech Board of the Week, Steve Jobs. We are up, in, and on, and we're going to get the videos going. Rock 'em, sock 'em, jock 'em, and waka flock 'em. Let's get it back. Volo and Buttheads Tech-A-Palooza. Get rid of this crap, open the top, move down, mute yourself.
Welcome back to Real Hip Hop. I'd like to call this show 10 Minutes of Hip Hop here on Volo Television. We're dropping that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding for you. This is Volo Modulus Tautology, and I'm just here to just spit some thoughts at you about the culture that I grew up with. We spell culture with a K, of course, not because we killers, because knowledge is what we seek. We want to understand. We want to grow our wisdom. You know what I mean? Let the beat flow a little bit for you. We're doing our thing. Like I said, I'm giving you 10 minutes of hip hop. This is officially volume number 2, I guess. 10. If we was to analyze this in binary code. Tonight I'll be on my part of town podcast. Actually, we call it Noodle Free Mondays. At Mr. C Twitch gang. But I know since the Eagles is going to the Super Bowl, I know we're going to talk about Philadelphia a lot. I know I can see it already. That's all Mr. BS going to want to talk about. But we try to do some philosophical, psychological, sociological analysis of what's a noodle. Now, I don't know how deep we're going to go into that. We'll see. But I know we're going to get distracted quick because, our Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, let the beat ride. Now, where am I going with this one right here? The first episode I talked about the greatest verse of all time. And I didn't get much response. Nobody really wanted to share their comments, and that's the biggest concern with what's going on with hip hop and hip hoppers in general. It's like, yeah, we'll talk about this kid, 20-something-year-old, got stomped and murdered by these black cops, but we won't talk about KRS-One's. What album is that? Black Cop and Sound of the Police, Return of the Boom Bap album. Like, we won't talk about the lyrics of that album and how that album's actually the template for what they tell us that Black Lives Matter is. And hence, what we have going on is the government telling us what Black Lives Matter. They defining us. What Antifa is, they defining what LGBTQ, they defining all these movements, and it's like, that's not really hip hop, right? That's not hip hop right there. This is hip hop right here. You see, way back in the days when hip hop began with Coca, Rock, Who Hurt, and then Band, B-boys went to the latest jams, but when they got shut up, they went home and said, damn. Right? We share them lyrics to help elevate the minds of the people. You know what I mean? Melly Mel started it off with what? Broken glass everywhere. People kissing on the corner like they just don't care. Can't take the smell, I can't take the noise. Got no money to provide, I guess I got no choice. Rats in the front room, roaches in the back. Junkies in the alley with the baseball bat. Tried to get away, but I couldn't get far. Cause a man with a crowbar repossessed my car. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes that make me wonder how I keep going under, right? That was hip hop. Today they talking about some, shaking booties and titties and they want to be witty and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? That garbage. Like we was analyzing brand new thoughts, right? Like I gave my top 5. I said, I just threw the numbers out there. I said, Big Daddy Kane number 1, right? Rakim Allah number 2, right? Cool G Rap number 3. So I had to add the gangster, right? Slick Rick number 4, The Ruler number 4, right? And then I put KRS-One number 5. Now, nobody wanted to have a discussion about why I put it in that order. And nobody wanted to have a discussion about the lyrics that they spit. You know what I mean? They didn't want to have, it's like, how we going to have 212? Yeah, I had technical difficulties right there. But y'all don't want to have discussions about the actual lyrics or about the greatest lyrics. You know what I mean? Like I use Bombatomically, Socrates' philosophies. You know what I mean? Inspector Deck came at y'all next with that, right? And it's like, and then I'm dealing with on the aspect of how should I really move, what direction should I get? Because right now I have an 11-year-old son, like I keep letting y'all know. I call him a preteen adolescent. He's not 12, he's not 13 yet. And it's like we play Pokemon. You know what I mean? Right now, Pokemon, I think they sold 4.5 million copies between, when it first came out. So you're talking about one of the top selling games in the worldwide. Like, but you're dealing with parents that's not adding parental guidance to their children. Like, they just put them in front of a PG-13 movie and it's like they not there to share the understanding, the knowledge, the wisdom of the murder and the sexual deviancy and all that stuff that's going on in these movies. So that they're doing the same thing with these video games, right? But then you got the government coming and say, "Oh, it's the video games, it's the movies, it's hip hop, it's the music, right?" And it's like, nah, me and my son, we play Pokemon. We don't play that Call of Duty. You don't need to, that. Like we play Splatoon, so we do the gunplay a little bit, but we ain't on that. You know what I mean? And Pokemon is a throwback. I shared the art of an old game from Electronic Arts, right? The name of the game I used to play back in 85, 86 was Mail Order Monster, right? Now this is way before Pokemon's time, right? Now I do want to do like a videos on like reviewing old games and videos on reviewing Pokemon. Like that's what a lot of these kids do, and they get a lot of views for sharing just their opinion on their movie review or their video game review. But we as hip hoppers, we don't even do it with our own music, our own lyrics. We let them determine what music is. You know what I mean? Like what, and then all they're gonna do is blame it, right? Like when Kendrick said, like when Kendrick spit it, how much a dollar really costs? The questions is detrimental, paralyzing my thought. Like he was dropping that knowledge on us, but these young boys don't spit those lyrics, right? And they get mad at me when I step to them like, "Yeah, you want to battle? Let's see if you know the lyrics of your own people, right?" God forbid I, do some Kendrick or Lupe or Mick Jenkins. You know what I mean? Like I start spitting the new kid stuff and they think I'm crazy, right? But that's all I really wanted. I just wanted to jump on real quick. You know what I mean? Just look like I only got a minute left. And, you know what I mean? That, you know, we'll come back to talking about Pokemon. Like me and my son have been recording our battles, and I'll share some of that. And we're trying to make some little shows of us, like a cartoon spinoff of us battling on Pokemon. And I got, for the older cats, if you're familiar with Mail Order Monster, you know what I mean? We can talk about those things, the older games. That was on my Commodore 164. Because me and my son, I'm already teaching him how to translate binary code into a numeric system. I'm already teaching them how to, you know, basically program in BASIC, which was the beginner's all-purpose symbolic instruction code. You know what I mean? That's what hip-hop is. It's an intelligent movement, right? And that's what we're doing it for. We're doing it for hip-hop, right? It's an intelligent movement, right? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. We try to achieve freedom, justice, and equality. We ain't here to shoot each other up. We here to share. You know what I mean? We about that peace, that unity, that compassion. You know? It's all truth, love, and courage. Right? And credit of cops. We love hip-hop. That's like that. One. God. That is. Mic check 1 2 1 2. This is Volo Modulus Tautology, and Mr. C told me to keep making YouTube videos. Told me to do as many videos as I could, you know. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm introducing a new video, and we're calling it 10 Minutes of Hip Hop, where I just share some of the thoughts of how the culture should be. So my brother hit me the other day, right? And he told me these are the top 5 verses of all time. I'm like, lyrics? I mean, are we really going to try to analyze lyrics? You know what I mean? Like, you want to debate about it? Say, yo, these are the top 5 of all time verses. All right. You know what I mean? So we got to analyze this. We got to try to understand, like, is these the top 5 lyrics of all time? And I got 10 minutes, and so I only got 10 minutes to do this. So we're gonna start off with this one right here. We're gonna start off with this one right here, right? It goes, I bomb atomically. Socrates' philosophies and hypotheses can't define how I be dropping these mockeries, lyrically performed on robbery. Flee with the lottery, possibly they spotted me. What? Whoa. Did you peep that, right? Hold on. Check it out, right? Then he goes, battle-scarred shogun, hold up, what? Battle-scarred shogun, explosion when my pen hits. What? Tremendous. Ultraviolet shine blind forensics. I inspect view through the future, see millennium. Killer bees, so 50 gold, 60 platinum. Shackling the masses with drastic rap tactics. Graphic displays melted still like blacksmiths. What? Black blue jackets, green beesies, the guns in. Rumble with patrolmen. Yo, this is, yo, these might be the greatest lyrics. These might be the greatest verse of all time, right? But even with this song, right? This real John was next. Let me get my volume right? Even with this track, right? How much time I got left? All right, I'm 2 minutes in. Give me a minute, right? Graphic displays melted steel with like blacksmiths. Black blue jackets, cream bees ease the guns in. Rumble with patrolmen. Tears gas lights the function. Heads be the score, take flight. Hold up. Heads be the score, take flight. Whoa. Heads be the score, take flight. Yo, inside a war. Yeah. Heads be the score, take flight inside a war. Chicks hit the floor, die hard fan demands more. Behold the bold soldier, control the globe slowly. Proceeds to blow swinging swords like shinobi. Stomp the ground, and pound footprints in the solid rock. You got it locked, performing on your hottest block. Yo. These might be this right here. Yo, I gotta practice this. I gotta practice this some more in order to spit it to this crazy ass beat I got in the background. But what I'm just trying to bring to the, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to get my levels right. My levels is out of control. They shouldn't be this high, right? Yo, this is out of control. Yo. How much time I got left? All right, I got a lot of time left. Let me see here. Atomically, Socrates' philosophy, hypotheses can't be drawn out, baby, dropping these mockeries. Lyrically performed on robbery, free with the lottery. Possibly they spotted me. Battle scar shogun, exposure when my pen hits. Tremendous. Ultraviolet rhymes, ultraviolet rhyme. Hold up. This nigga said ultraviolet shine blind forensics. Ultraviolet shine blind forensics. Ultraviolet shine blind forensics. I inspect you through the future, see millennium. I inspect the view. Hold up. I inspect you through the future, see millennium. I inspect you through the future, millennium. I view, this guy, killer bees, sold 50 gold, 60 platinum. Shackling the masses with drastic rap tactics. Yo, my favorite is Battle Scarred Shogun. Tremendous explosions when my pen hits. Tremendous. Yo. Black blue jackets, green bees, ease the guns in. Yo, black blue jackets, green bees, like they got their ladies putting their gun to ease the guns in. Like they calming us down. Rumble with the patrolmen, like we ain't scared of the cops, right? Tear gas lace the function. Heads by the score. Take flight inside a war. Chicks hit the floor. Die hard band demands more. Like, yo, these bars right here, yeah, they might be a part of the top. Yeah, that's top 5 right there. That's definitely top 5. How y'all feel about that? Write some stuff in the, like, as we jam into this, right? Write who y'all think top 5 verses is in the description, so we can go over this, because this don't make no sense right here. What I'm going over right here. Shout out to Inspector Deck. I mean, you came with it with these lyrics right here. You know what I mean? This, you get God status for these bars right here, son. Me and my son, we gotta study these, and we gonna have to drop these again. Like, we gotta bring these type lyrics back to the forefront, right? Yeah. Who got it locked? 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 Performing live on your hottest block. Who got it locked? Who got it locked? Who got it locked? Who got it locked? Who? Performing live on your hottest block. You gotta cut that shit up, right? Stomp the grounds and pounds. Footprints in the solid rock. Stomp the grounds, pound footsteps in the solid rock. Pounding footprints in the solid rock. Yo, who got it locked? Who got it locked? That shit gets you hyped, right? Oh, 7 minutes, yo. 3 minutes left, yo. 3 minutes left, yo. 3 minutes left, yo. 3 minutes left, yo. Yo, you gonna have to, I gotta come with a new beat. I gotta bring their beat back with this one. Yeah, this is from Triumph, right? And then I might have to bring that back, because this and I gotta hook my mic up and everything. But yeah, like, subscribe, share. You know what I mean? Let's rap about this, man. Are these the top 5? Is this in the top 5? Is Inspector Derek? Is these lyrics right here top 5? All right. And write y'all suggestions. Share this. Let's get back to that real culture. When we talking about truth, love, courage, trying to gain that knowledge, wisdom, understanding. This is the only way we're going to achieve freedom, justice, and equality. You're watching Volo television. This is that real hip hop, right? We bringing it back, right? We an intelligent movement. We gonna stop listening to these frauds stepping up to us like they hip hop and then they wearing a damn dress. Come on, dude, get out of here with that whack stuff, right? I don't care how you feel. It ain't. Listen, man. We about brotherhood. We about manhood. We trying to achieve fatherhood, right? We all about that. We about, y'all scared of the patriarchy? I know you are. We love the matriarchy. What's up, Bo? We shining. We gonna shine nonstop. We gonna keep teaching hip hop. It's the transformation of all subjects and objects. This is what we gonna do, right? Yo, bomb atomically with Socrates' philosophy. 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 Bomb atomically with Socrates' philosophies. Hypotheses. Yo, y'all ain't ready for this. Y'all ain't ready for this real hip hop. Y'all ain't ready for this real hip hop. If you are ready, like, share, subscribe. I might drop another 10 minutes in 10 minutes. This is why I'm doing it from here on out. Drop 10 minutes. See you in 10 minutes. Drop another 10 minutes. Because this is what we about. We about bringing the culture back. Y'all, they got our culture. They done took our culture and then transformed it into a bunch of, you know what I'm saying? No. We hip-hop is here. We about that spirituality of seeking truth, love, and courage. Sharing knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Helping our people achieve freedom, justice, and equality. You know what I'm saying? That's what we about. Yeah, I'm hyped right now. Yeah, I'm giving it to y'all raw and uncut. Yeah. Give y'all 10 minutes. See, come back. Subscribe. Share this real, right? See you in another 10 minutes. Right? Be on the lookout. We're going to keep kicking this non-stop. Teach hip hop. Teach hip hop. At one point in hip hop's history, freedom of speech was freedom or death. Now they trying to silence us, being toxic masculine.
Let's do this. Y'all give us 817 likes. Let's do this, y'all. And we're going to talk about this in our next dope.
You see, the way it works is I had to do this unauthorized collabro. Danica Marie. Yeah, real talk towards women. You see, the way it works is I had to do this unauthorized collabro. Danica Marie. Yeah, real talk towards women.
Have been built off the backs of black men. Right? Good, bad, indifferent. It's been built off of y'all have been built off the backs of black men. Right? Good, bad, indifferent. It's been built off of y'all.
Nah, I know y'all don't like what we doing over here. I know y'all don't like what we saying. Y'all don't like us what we speaking. Y'all don't want us to speak. They want us to shut up and sit in our little corner and be good little boys.
Like, yo, shut up and say, you know what? I don't have to be stuck doing this, and I don't have to be used like this. I don't have to be milked. I don't have to be used up. I cannot use that, man.
Yeah, I can integrate functions over intervals, teach my son how to translate energy in the mass and the speed of light and how to use that and how to raise things to exponential.
Have been built off the backs of black men. Right? Good, bad, indifferent. It's been built off of y'all.
Yeah, you see, one swing of the tongue can pierce you like a sword to the lung. Have you not heard that words kill us faster than bullets when you load negative thoughts in the chain of your brain and your mouth pulls the trigger that propels?
You know, I don't get the benefit off of that, baby. What are you doing? Oh, hold on, I get a percentage of that damn child support. What are you doing? I get a percentage out of you guys.
Yeah, I can integrate functions over intervals, teach my son how to translate energy in the mass and the speed of light and how to use that and how to raise things to exponential.
It's way deeper than what you guys are thinking. This goes way deeper than vagina.
Yeah, you see, one swing of the tongue that can pierce you like a sword through the lung. Have you not heard that words kill us faster than bullets when you load negative thoughts in the chamber of your brain and your mouth pulls the trigger that propels?
Women exploiting countries. No, nigga. Get back on your leash. How dare you? Who you think you is?
My son, every morning we can count the dough or kick a flow. Chill out watching videos. Act really silly, yo, but really though, all that can end. This is
You
God's
have
time.
been built off the backs
Give
of black.
praise to my son every morning. We can count the dough or kick a flow. My son, every morning we can count the dough
Good,
or kick a
bad,
flow.
indifferent. It's been built off of y'all black, off of y'all women exploiting countries. No, nigga. Get back on your leash. It's way deeper than what you guys are thinking. You know, I don't get to benefit off of that, baby. What are you doing?
So we talking about life and y'all start talking about death. Y'all talk about abortion. Or y'all talk about destruction. And it's like y'all listening to them demons over there. Like who are you not listening to? But we talking about life and y'all start talking about death. Or y'all talk about abortion. Or y'all talk about destruction. And it's like y'all listening to them demons.
Yeah, and all right, and that's the Volo and Butthead's Tech-A-Palooza. I'm joking. Shit, my fault. Shit, I caught myself off guard there. Oh man, I couldn't even bring down the damn screen. I was joking so goddamn hard. Well, that's one way to start the show off right there. With a nice, terrible coughing thing. Hopefully my microphone sucks. Anyway, welcome to Volo and Butthead's Tech-A-Palooza. Sorry about the coughing. I had smoked my medicine and it caught me off guard. Whew. Holy Moses, that's good stuff. So we're back again. Once again, we usually do Volo and Butthead's Tech-A-Palooza on Saturdays, but I just was on my lazy joint yesterday, and I remember today, so we're doing Tech-A-Palooza today. Our tech lord of the week is Steve Jobs. Is that the guy we're supposed to be doing this week, Volo? I don't know. Volo might be away from his phone or asleep or in the bathroom. So we don't worry about him, but that's what we're doing anyway, no matter what. We usually do the show in segments and stuff. Typically go over some tech news early, any wrap-up stuff or top-of-the-line tech stuff that's on our mind at the time also. Then later on, if there's any other technical stuff I come across, sports, new inventions, things I think of, topics I think of, I'll do a quick editorial at some point in the show. And towards the end, and then I'm going to close out with our tech lord of the week, Mr. Steve Jobs. And yeah, that's how we're going to do it. We're not. I don't know if Volo's still there. He might be in the cut. I mean, he's still recovering from a long day. He might have gone nap. You know what I mean? He had an active day of cheering for the stinking Eagles. So I think they won today. Matter of fact, let's use technology to check. I put my Eagles shirt on. I try not to watch the game because I'm a bad luck charm. So I don't watch just to see if we won. Let's see. Full predictions, Eagles, Patriots. Did they go yet? Oh, yeah, Eagles are 1-0. Good. So we did win. Okay, let's see your schedule. Here we go. At New England. So in New England. Nice. I had New England too. They didn't have their running back. I had them on my team. Let's see what the stats say. Let's see. So this is a good example of how dope technology is. I remember back in the day, you used to have to listen to the radio or wait for the newspaper to come out the next day and check all the scores, or you had to hear about it from somebody else. Oh, you actually had to record the game, and before then we didn't have VCRs. Now I can just type it in, go right there, 3 seconds, see everything that happened. Looks like it was a great game that came down to the wire and whatnot, but we won 25-20. Yeah, it was a battle to the death the whole game. We won. That was good. Let's look at the numbers. So Jalen Hurts had a decent game, but a tough day. Mac Jones had a great game. He shot us up. Gainwell did good. Jalen Hurts did good, but again, Boston Swans. Again, God, why are we not using our running back? But that's just me. Ezekiel Elliott was on this team. And he got the ball a couple times. The other backs really got shut down. So he shut them. Oh, yeah. He's their backup. It's supposed to be the starter Stevenson. So A.J. Ball, Devonta Ball, Gainwell Ball. Yo, Gainwell getting it. He out there running in, catching. He tearing ass up. And Boston Scott, of course, they always got to get him the rock one time again to get the crowd hype. And whatnot. And then on the other side, Stevenson, Smith Schuster. I think I had any of those guys on my fantasy team. We'll do some football wrap up too, since it was football today. Let's see what else happened in the schedule. So that's how the Eagles won a tough game. And let's see if there's a game alter. Oh, of course, Jalen Hurts got hurt. I don't know. We'll leave the volume off. And credit to Yahoo Sports. Fair use. Credit to Yahoo Sports and whatnot. Let's bring ourselves up too. I'm not bringing us up. My fault. There we are. Yahoo Sports. Let's see. Let me give them credit too. Let me just put it in my video credit box. Sports. So it was a guy from the other team that got the big hit. Then the Hurts is out there. Who blew Jalen up? Oh my God! Thank God we took him the rock. I know the Eagles fans was like, "Oh God, no." That's that running quarterback stuff, though, guys. Right on the ball. Gotta have 2 hands on the jet. That's youth. All right, but we won. That's great. Who have made a one-handed catch? One-handed catch of the year. Let's see what this one-handed catch of the year looks like. Ooh, snatch. I'll see you, boy. Okay, that's nice. All right. What else you got on the schedule here? Dallas beat New York. They're beating New York 40-0. Jesus, they're whooping that ass. I actually got Dallas's defense in my fantasy team. I'm loving it. Detroit beat KC by 1. Oh shit! I hate Andy Reid. Let's see what the fuck happened. What this shit says. So let's look at these stats here. Jared Goff did his thing. Decent game. Patrick Mahomes, okay game, but Goff outshot him. Montgomery had a good running game. Homeboy, they got no running game, and they keep using wide. That's everybody's new thing, using wide receivers as running backs. That's just weird. Even though I do that in a video game, now they're doing that in real life. Aaron Rod doing what he do. Damn, there wasn't nobody open. Like, fucking Patrick Mahomes is literally throwing to everybody on the team. Damn. They must have no time. They must have shitty receivers. That's how when you get the big contract, they give you shitty receivers. That's the cost. Let's see what else we got. Atlanta took Carolina. Nothing impressive there. Jacksonville balled out against the Colts. Cleveland came to play. Is that Deshaun Watson, and whatnot? Oh, let's see here. Yeah, Deshaun Watson, he didn't have a great game, but he won the game. Joe Burrow got shut down and hurt. Nick Chubb and them and Deshaun Watson and them ran all over him. Deshaun Watson looked good, man. Oh shit, y'all in trouble with Deshaun Watson playing good. That's about to be a nice little division right there. We're starting out beating them off tickety top. What else? Technology is so amazing. Tampa Bay won a game. That's great. The Aints beat somebody. San Francisco Giants crushed Pittsburgh. The Commanders won. The NFC East is balling today. They're all winning. And whatnot. The Ravens came out good. That's great. They got that Lamar guy, Lamar Jackson. Green Bay came out and balled very nicely. That's good. Who the hell is Green Bay's quarterback? Let's look at that. Jordan Love. Oh, he tore it up. 245, 3 touchdown, no pick, kicking ass. Justin Fields tried to hang. They ain't had no running game. Justin Fields the main runner. They had a half decent running game, but not really. But nobody really won that game. All right. Okay, so nothing special there. Who else we got? The Jets and them. I guess that's Monday night. Of course, they went Aaron Rodgers in Buffalo on Monday. That makes sense. Eagles did our thing. The Raiders won. Ooh, fuck you, Denver. Russell Wilson still stinking it up. Let's see what Russell Wilson's numbers look like. You got to beat Jimmy Garoppolo. And he took it to him. Had a good game. Russell Wilson had a decent game. Had no running game, though. A little something. Out of that. Kareem, I got him. That's why I got him in decent budget. Adams, Kobe Myers, they spread the ball. Oh, bring that little out of the backfield. That might have helped. Not too bad. Dorsett. That's I think that's Dorsett. The running back Dorsett's kid. Oh no, that's like 30-something now. He's super fast. I'll get him in a video game. That's pretty cool. Let's see what else we got in the technological world of sports. Let's see what they're giving me. Miami won a big game over the Chargers. Okay. And the Yams smashed the Seahawks. All right. I don't think my fantasy went too good unless I got lucky with my players today. All right, so that's pretty cool. All right, so let's check out some tech news. I don't know where Volo's at. I think he's sleeping. Let's see here. Take news, the latest news and technology. Let me share its speed. Go check it out. You know what? I'm gonna pull Volo down until he wakes up. Part of the screen for entertainment stuff. All right. Let's see what we got going in here. So Google's working on some kind of privacy sandbox. Customize the kind of ad you see. So that's interesting. That seems fair. Just like this thing that, here we go with this stuff. Volo. No. And anyway. And then appeals court finds Biden and the White House violated the First Amendment. So remember they did some things with the technology and stuff. And they said that they coerced the social media guys to basically moderate the stuff. So this is a big story. Let me bring this up here. So this is a big technological story right here. You know what? I'm gonna put up a little title text segment. Text segment, tech news. So we'll spell it funny, so it looks funny to people when they look at it. Tech news, fam. Yeah, that makes it funny. There you go. Ha ha ha. Tech news. I spelled it weird. Okay. So this. Okay, allow. I do allow. Guys, good block right now. Okay. So it says appeal courts find Biden and White House violated the First Amendment. Let's look at the actual story. Federal appeals court ruled Friday that Biden administration liked it. And you know what? I'm gonna mute Volo too because I can hear in the background. There we go. That's better. Well, Friday, Biden administration likely violated the First Amendment with some of its communication with social media companies. Specifically, the U.S. Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals found that some White House administration officials, such as the Surgeon General, the FBI, U.S. Centers for Disease Control, coerced or significantly encouraged the social media platforms to moderate content during the C-19 to slow down disinformation, the move that violated the First Amendment. That said, the judgment found that preliminary injunction issued on July 4th by a judge in Louisiana that prohibited the Biden administration from communicating with social media companies and all certain types of content was both vague and broader than necessary to remedy the plaintiff's injuries as shown as the preliminary injunction. I don't know what that meant. Blah blah blah. Some suits. Okay, so it looks like Biden I'm a little in trouble, man. Okay, this page sucks because all they want you to do is sign up for the page. Screw this page. I don't want your little stinking tech news anymore. I'm out of here. I'm going to a real site that doesn't make me try to sign up for every little thing. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. These guys, we can't bring it up. Sign up. Yeah, give us your email. Let us steal everything you own. Dude, if you don't let me read the story. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. Unhinged conspiracies, AI doppelgangers. Now, I will say this is one thing I'm worried about. I had a recent situation well, not a situation, it's a good thing. I was talking to my young guy, I ain't talked to him in a minute, and he's into music and he's making this new album. And he purchased one of those AI softwares that'll help you make the song. So all he had to do was make the beat, so you get your own beat, I guess, and then he said a couple words into the mic, and then the AI wrote the whole song and then went back and actually sang the whole song for him. And it sounded exactly like him. And what was crazy about it, it was better than any song he could make. I was like, wow, AI is coming, guys. So beware of this doppelganger stuff. One day it's going to be like that movie Sim 1 with Al Pacino, Simone, but they call it Sim 1. It was a computer that became like the Beyonce of music through holograms, and he just combined all the greatest artists together on some AI stuff and made it. So that was that. Let's see what else they got going on here on stories. Mysterious power of the platform, the internet's building block, true. How China demands tech firms reveal hackable flaws in their products. You don't got to demand nothing. China is the one that want to hack into it. They're like, yo, where's the hackable spots at so we can get up in there? China got some nerve. All right, man, what's hackable so we can get up in there and hack? Okay, cool. What's this audio?
Today in Security from Wired.
Wait, are you gaming? On a Chromebook?
Yeah. It's got a high-res 120 hertz display, plus this killer RGB keyboard, like and I can access thousands of games.
Anyway, okay, so there's some cool stuff what China's doing. They want people to let the back doors open so they can get in. Oh, crap, look at that. The end of Airbnb in New York. It says thousands of Airbnbs and short-term rentals are expected to disappear from rental platforms in New York City. And never mind this page. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Battle over. Books 3 could change things forever. There must be something with the internet because I heard about something called the Internet Web 3. There's something 3 coming out, guys. It's going to be like the next level of web and internet and stuff. Web 3 and Books 3. What else you got? The flesh-eating bacterium is creeping north. So there's some flesh-eating bacteria creeping north in warm waters, along with C-19. So that's great. The brutal summer has 10 alarming mass and grass is hot. The battle against the fungal apocalypse is just beginning. I think they're talking about my ex-girlfriend's crotch on that one. The impossible fight to stop Canada's wildfires. Now that's a shame. Also, one love to everybody in Morocco who dealt with a recent 6.8 earthquake. They said there were 2,200 people lost because of that. And it's actually a good example of how technology could have saved them. Because the buildings were built without the earthquake technology, the proper materials. I mean, this is pretty much adobe and stone buildings and concrete buildings that just crumbled once the shaking came, falling literally on top of people. They said it's 2,200 so far that have moved on from this earthquake, and many others hurt and trapped and so forth and so on. Wow. You know what I mean? So one love to everybody going into Morocco. Everybody, RIP to everybody that was lost, and one love to everybody who's still okay out there. Shout out to Morocco. Let's see what we got. Says she sacrificed her youth to get the tech bros to grow up. That kind of makes sense. How you use AI to talk to whales. Now, I believe that is how AI is going to make its way into consistent, respectable use. Once AI can teach us to talk to whales and talk to other animals, what? The applications are endless. The beauty filters aren't trying to fool anyone. No, they're not. I always know when you use filters. I always know when you use filters, lady. I don't know if other guys do. I think young guys don't, but older guys we know. Your skin's usually too clean and too perfect. And it looks real, like, just too perfect. It looks like HD. Who has HD makeup, right? The world is going blind. Hawaiian officers are warning. I'm not going blind. I see very good. You guys need to eat better. What time is it? It's still a good minute. Senators want Chat-GPT level AI to require a government license. I agree with that because we already have a presidential candidate named Vivek Ramaswamy who is a Chat-GPT robot clone. That is fair. Trump squeezed America's Geek Squad. Biden built it back stronger. There we go. Big batteries are booming and their fears they'll catch fire. That's for those cars and new equipment. Mario will never be the same again. Charlie Kaufman movies here got really bleak. Starfield will be the meme game for years to come. 11 great deals. Okay, we'll go by that. The iTunes is finally getting a USB-C. Here's what that means. So they're changing the iPhone to USB-C. So that's that USB that's like the flat, weird one that the other phones get. I don't know. I guess they're trying. I don't know what that's for. But it just shows we're universalizing a lot of things. When the iPhone is going to get something that the Android guys got. That's kind of weird. These are some great stories right here. Since Volo is probably unconscious still, I'm gonna go through a few more news stories here. Let me see if Volo's still alive. Volo, are you alive there? Nope, Volo's definitely asleep, guys. Volo's definitely asleep. So we're gonna go back to some news stories. I'm gonna read through a few more, cut up a little bit for about another 10 minutes. We'll take a small video break and then we'll come back and do our next segment, which I don't know. I'll do some personal wrap up, worries about technology, look up some stuff. Then we'll give my editorial and then we'll go into our tech board a little bit later. So let's check out some of these other news stories we got going on in the world. So let's see what else we got going on in the world, guys. So it says the curse of the long boom. Now what that is when I eat a lot of tacos and milk. Long boom, all night long, just boom, boom, boom. It sounds like a trumpet. Don't get me started on that one. But that's technology. That's human technology. Woo, goes in one way, comes out loud. You get what I'm saying, right? Critical Role lays out a new era of tabletop games and live action role play. Now, of course, you guys know the future of video games is the actual, not only the role play, not the Second Life thing, but they actually have these track things you can run on now and put a whole suit on. So the bodysuit will make you feel things and you can run on stuff. So you're literally going to be able to be in almost another world via this game and whatnot. So it's going to be very amazing. And so that's why they're talking about that kind of stuff. And once they can afford those running pads for people, which I think are a couple $1,000s, and in certain video game centers now, one day that will be in your homes. What else do we got? Gene-edited yeast is taking over craft beer. So now the GMOs are taking over hippie beer. It's like, I'm a hippie, but I like it when it's genetically modified, bro. I'm like, dude, this is like totally against the whole hippie concept. You can't have gene-edited yeast in your craft beer. Hippies and weirdos make craft beer, and like, bikers and rednecks, like, with the stills that blow up when they get drunk. Well, you can't. That's so Hippocratic. You want to talk about breaking the Hippocratic oath? Gene-edited yeast. Oh, I got GMO homemade food. What? Anyway, I'm angered by it. This is why technology is going to take us all down. We might as well just cage all of our children and not let them create, because they're going to make better robots. They're going to eventually take us all down. But I don't have children, so I'm sure that's why I'm not so nice. Terrible. What else we got? Juana. I guess that's because it's not. Is it like marijuana, like Juana? Is that where they like have marijuana in Korea? Juana, Korea's Juna. Oh, it's probably Juna. Korea. I'm stupid. Juno Korea's enigmatic sci-fi legend opens up about their new look. Now, as you know, in Korea, you're not allowed to think outside of the box. So sci-fi really just means, is Kim Jong-un going to live for 10 or 20,000 years? So I'm sure that's what his sci-fi book is about, the eternal life of Kim Jong-un and how Kim Jong never takes poop. Great technology. Human technology, unlike mine that's farting, Kim Jong probably doesn't fart either. It just goes right back inside. I don't even think he eats. He's one of those breatharians. He just recirculates everything back in. Just reabsorbs the poop, reabsorbs the fart. Yep, great technology. What else we got? It says maybe we should join a commune. Now, I'm in California. There's a lot of hippie weirdos out here, and I've been to an actual real commune for movie shoots and stuff like that. It's actually kind of cool. Little rustic. Everybody's a little, how we say, fresh, nature fresh. That's how we say. But the kids are like running around with no shoes on, like tackling chickens for fun. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, is this LA? Like, what's going on here? No, it's cool, man. They have like shows or performances at their house. Yeah, man, got a little extra money, bro. It's like, yeah, that's probably because nobody has a job. That's a whole nother situation. I'm sure they have all they need. So a hip commune life can be good, especially if you hate work and love people, and you don't mind nature fresh human beings in your place. The world isn't ready for the next decade of AI. I'm not going to lie about this. This is one of the reasons we started the Volo and Butthead Tech-A-Palooza, because I feel like technology is going to be very good for us. There was something I read earlier about us talking to whales. You know, whales are older and probably smarter and live longer than all of us and stuff like that. And like elephants, once we can talk to whales and elephants, you know the things we're going to learn about the earth and energy and magnetic fields and all kinds of things and where things are and what you'll be able to ask a whale what he saw at the bottom of the ocean. I mean, that's going to get us hooked. Then it's going, let's put it in our phones. Let's put it on our sports. Let's put it on our missiles. Whoa. Hey, wait. Okay, now look, it was cool we was talking to whales, but why we got to put it on the F-1947 Split Hawk? But you know that's the eventual thing they'll do, right? Yeah, because AI won't miss. Humans do. Jesus Christ. Can you at least give somebody a chance to win the war? My God. So it says here, Grimes wants to be a less famous and replaced by AI. I have no idea what that means, but every time I click on the story, Wired and all these internet channels try to sell you some subscription, like they're like that kid with the newspaper. You remember the kid with the newspaper back in the day? He's like, you want a subscription, sir? He shows up like, yo, you got the money? It's like, look here, kid, what are you working for the mob? It's just like these pages. It's like you're working for the mob. Like, could you stop pushing your paper and your feet on me, bro? Let me read the news and get up out of here. So I'm not clicking on any of this. I got 5 more minutes to read through this acting a fool. And this is our news segment. Let's see what we got here. It says how Silicon Valley is rushing to cash in on cannabis. Now, didn't I talk about this earlier? We had Juna, which I think is actually Joanna, Korea. I think that's short for marijuana, Korea, where they smoke too, and they're probably into this cannabis thing too. That's why Silicon Valley and Korea, come on, tell me they aren't the best of friends, right? Haha, they're getting high and making great technology. That's beautiful. So that's the next gold rush. Cannabis will eventually be legalized. I think right now it's a state rights scenario. I think they won't make it nationally legalized until a president decides to force it off of Schedule 1 and separate it from things like the heroin and the harder drugs like that are really dangerous. Because when things aren't on Schedule 1, they can't be studied by colleges and science legally. And only in states where it's legal specifically. But I think states' rights is the future of America. Is states' rights. Because past that, they're going to put out these really weird laws to ruin everything. Going to turn cannabis into cigarettes and beer into soda. You get what I'm saying? Go back in the Prohibition days. Go find me some brothers up in the West Virginia hills. Give me some of that moonshine. Woo, boy, 175 proof. Ooh, burned off my insides. I just lost the testicle. Jesus Christ, that's some good looking, right? Greetings from Burning Man. Oh my God, they had the tragic thing in Burning Man. One love also anybody that is still for some reason stuck out in that mud in Burning Man. Oh my God. But I'm gonna tell you something. The true Burning Manners, the true Lollapalooza-ers, the true Woodstockers, because that happened in Woodstock one year, a big rainy thing too. You know, rained out. I remember happening in the new Woodstock. That's kind of like how it goes when you do these whole, like, let's say, non-African American style hobbies. where people like to go out into a place where you don't got no food, no water, no sun, no life, and just hang out and get hammered and have fun. Like, oh yeah, we can die in the mud out here. Oh, I ain't washed in 4 days. Want to have sex? No, I don't. What do you smell like? Anyway, that's just me, but it looks very fun. I wish I was like Justin Bieber and them, and I could just fly in riding prostitutes from the main city, so I could just come in and out. That's how I would do it. 2 more minutes of me reading the news and acting a dang fool. It says, can an algorithm write better story than a human reporter? I would say if it has the opportunity to study the entire internet, study all stories throughout history, and be given just a slight direction, I would say 100 million ways, yes, it could, but not until it understands the nuances of language and metaphors. You know what I mean? But because right now, when you read something from Chat GPT or these AIs, it's almost too perfect. It lacks the natural imperfection of a person's accent from New York and outside. It's just too perfect. Everything is too perfect. Could you please say something wrong, Mr. Politician, Vivek Ramaswamy? Could somebody reboot this guy? Right? That's just me. 2 more minutes. Let's see what else we got. But yes, I think it could write a better story than human reporters, especially since the writers' strike is on now. They're probably going to just bring an AI and be like, okay, writers, stay on strike. We got it. All we need is famous actors and big explosions. Movie done. All right. The Curse of the Bahia Emerald, a giant green rock that ruins lives. Now, this giant green rock is also known as my ex-girlfriend from college, Naima. She is very large and ruins lives every chance she gets. Great woman, but yes, large green ruins lives. I think her old boyfriend that I met after he got out of the hospital, he called her the green-eyed monster. But she doesn't have green eyes. That's the scary part. Anyway, when I was young, I liked big women. Don't you judge me. All right, 1 more minute of me reading through this technology news cutting up. One startup struggled to survive in Silicon Valley gold rush. So, of course, they got the Silicon Valley gold rush, but, prices in San Francisco are ridiculous. It's like New York. I think it's second worst next to New York, and I think LA is like third worst. Of course, you got Miami, and those are usually the places where everything's the worst price-wise, right? So you remember how Tesla, they moved from up there to down Texas. Everybody's moving to Texas and all the down south places with the no taxes. Now there's also, no laws. There's a lot of guns and a lot of people who love Confederate flags, but there are a lot of nice people there too. And if you really do want to get land, you're probably going to have to move somewhere that's kind of whack, like Utah, South Dakota, Indiana, like those kind of places, like out in the woods where nobody has the grass yet. You can get the grass for cheap. You can get a house for cheap, and a lot of those places do have building rights. So that's one of the reasons why the Silicon Valley guys are struggling, and most of them are most likely going to move to like East Bend, Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Like Coatesville, Pennsylvania. Like you'll move to places like that. There ain't gonna be no more moving down to Philly. Like, oh yeah, we coming down to LA and Hollywood. We about to make some tech up and that's done. It's like, oh, that'll be $400 billion a month for this small room. They're like, okay, we don't want to pay Carl's rent. Let's go, right? But I'll rent out to him just to get money. All right, we're at the mark. That is the end of our news tech segment. I always play a transition video during this part just to keep things going. I hope you guys enjoy our news tech segment. I'm cutting up. Let me see if Volo is still asleep. Volo, are you still asleep? Okay, I think the tech. Oh, what? Is that a person?
Yeah.
Oh, he's up from his nap, yo. Hey, he's up from his nap, yo. Hey, he's up from his nap, yo. So, Volo, I just finished out my tech news fan portion of the show, which I had fun doing too. And I read through the technology news, make a little fun of it, but also give some knowledge. And I was about to take a video break. Or did you want to talk right now since you're back up? Did you have anything you want to wrap up about? What's going on? Could you give me, you saw the Eagles game. Give me the wrap up, old school. We're doing what's called oral history, which was technology before we could write and had computers and girlfriends that would write for us or let us use their phones or cars or houses. We used to have oral history. And Volo is going to give us today's oral history for how that Eagles game went. Talk to us, Volo, with some oral history technology.
I don't have any fingernails.
Dang, I was watching the highlights. I showed them while you were over there asleep. I see you recovering from that naked yoga. I know you like to bask a little bit after you're done. So you probably knocked off. But I went through some of the videos. I saw that fumble by Jalen when he got hurt.
Yeah.
And I saw the stats and the numbers, and it looked like it was a tight battle, but we were lucky too because they didn't have their starting back, you know. They're pretty much forced to use people that weren't that great. So, I mean, we got away with it. But that Mac Jones guy played really good. I looked at something, he threw for like 300 yards. So it's like we need to tighten up that secondary. Go ahead.
It was a tough battle, man. And like I said, I don't have no fingernails. You know, me and the pop and my brother was just, you know, tripping off.
They started out really good. I looked at the score. It looked like it was close the whole game.
Yeah, well, it started off like we was going to ramp them. We scored twice or 3 times real fast, and so it was maybe 16-0 or something. And next thing I know, they tied it up, or scored twice.
Yeah.
So it looked like it was about to beat them real bad, but then we tried to go for it a couple times when we, it's football, man. It's funny, the Madden laws,
Oh yeah, yes, and they will break those rules, but especially you break them while you're playing Bill Belichick. He will put your grandmother out there, and she will take it to the hole, pick you off. Somehow your grandmother gonna juke 7 people. Like, I never knew grandma was this fast. She's like, well, Bill Belichick is coaching. Grandma quick. For some reason, she got 4 picks today. Like, grandma didn't move from her seat, and she got 4 picks and a touchdown. Like, damn, Bill Belichick is good. She got that little wheelchair thing with the wheels on it. Anyway, so that was pretty cool. So, but they pulled it out. I seen it was a close game. Any other wrap-up stuff you want to tell me about this weekend? What happened? What's going on? How was the holidays? Things like that.
Yeah, I think I woke up because I used the restroom real quick.
So basically the old head bladder got you up.
Yeah.
The old head bladder got you. Now that is outstanding. So
give me a quick minute. Give me a quick minute.
Oh yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Well, I was gonna take a break anyway, so that's perfect. Volo's gonna go urinate. Even though I am running my mouth and having a good time, I always take a break for a few minutes in between segments. Get some water, get a light snack, get myself reorganized. We're going to come back and do our next segment, which will be a wrap-up with Volo. Now he is awake. Thank God, finally, right? And then we're going to read through some more technology stories, look for some more technology worries. I'm going to do a slight editorial on something that kind of made me freak out today. So I'll say some wild things for a moment, and then we're going to close out with our tech lord of the week, Mr. Steve Jobs. Watch a couple videos, go over his bio. We just want to share anybody's legacy. And if you guys ever want to hear a tech lord that I never did, man, you can just throw it in a comment or a chat later, and I'll be looking at that stuff, and I'll pick it up and actually do that tech lord person, do a review, do some videos about them, review a couple of bio things, and then even read through their Wikipedia top to bottom. So we can learn about the great people that made things. I've done women, technological advances, Charles Richard Drew. I mean, it's anything. Anybody that made something. I mean, shoot, the caveman that made the daggone axe and fire. Like, if we had him on tape or Wikipedia on Caveman Jenkins that made the fire and the axe, I'm like, yo, Caveman Jenkins, see, this was extreme technology. But first, you bang the rock for anger. I was like, okay, I don't know why he had an African accent. I don't know why the caveman it should be a European, right? I don't know. That's just me. Anyway, we'll play one of Volo's disturbing videos, which you guys really all set. We'll be back. I'll play a short one. We'll play it just five. We'll come back at an even time, I guess. So I'll play a 9-minute video to 8:45, and then we'll come back. That's 11:45 Eastern time, and then we'll get back to cutting up and having some fun on the Volo and Butthead's Tech-A-Palooza. If you guys haven't guessed yet, I'm Butthead. Yeah, I'm Butthead. I don't know if you guys picked it up yet. He's Volo. He's like classy. He's better than. Yeah, stop talking down on me, Volo. But I'm Butthead, so that's my thing. That's what I do. So we're gonna actually, like I said, torture you with some more of Volo's really weird, uncomfortable videos. Because this is a tech show. We want you to be uncomfortable. Don't take it personal. It's just him being completely insane. So this is a wonderful thing, guys. Let me get organized. Let's find something short enough. It's 37. Let's do our math. That's 8 minutes to the 45. Let's pick something about 6 or 7 minutes long. Boop, 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 boop. 7:22. No bail for jail. This looks like he done got blocked on Facebook. This one I got blocked on Facebook, George, right? Oh my God, okay, I gotta see this. That's it. That's the life. It's what it was. Because if you haven't been in Facebook jail, you are probably going to resonate with Volo for the next 7 minutes. Okay, and don't y'all go out plotting no crimes because y'all all feel each other. I know how it is. I saw Batman. I see how it works out when you get inspired by somebody who's in Avengers. So don't you guys do none of that just because your Facebook is causing trouble because you can't make a joke. You can't make no jokes on Facebook. You'll be on Facebook. I'm probably in Facebook jail right now just because it's streaming already. I'm just waiting for the notification. Just waiting on the notification. Let's get you guys some full screen. I'm gonna mute myself.
So yeah, they done locked me up on Facebook again. So I can't post on Facebook. So I might as well do a video, you know, go back to YouTube. You know, I know I want to make more videos and be more consistent in making these. But I'm gonna keep this one quick. I'm not going to try to really go over 5 topics. Just to, I guess, hammer it back in there to take it back to that level of people understand. Like, you know, hip hop is an American culture, created by the children of the 1960 Civil Rights Movement. This is our creation. So when we have a president like Joe Biden try to dictate what hip hop is, like he'll point at Jay-Z and be like, hey, you know, see how but he don't point at Jay-Z. Of course, Jay-Z's a puppet of the Democratic Party. I don't hate on Jay, but it is kinda because you're a billionaire now, dude. You ain't gotta play to them no more. What are you doing? Like, step up, be real for once. You know, that's what we talking about. Like, that's what Ice Cube did. He don't talk to Ice Cube because he knows Ice Cube won't tell him that truth. Like, yeah, man, y'all gotta stop saying that we the problem. Our people, black people, are the problem, and accept the truth. Like, y'all are oppressing us. You're the one pointing at the hip hop community, going, it's them, it's they. They're the ones that the problem. They're the ones that they're the Antifa. Black Lives Matter is the Antifa, is what he says. He doesn't say it straight out like that, but that's what he implies. Always what you say with the Democratic Party. You see, they're using casuistry and sophistry to play this game of street, to see the black, see how they ignorant, see how they are. That's what he's doing. That's the racial game that they get. When most hip hoppers I know the intelligence behind the music. So when Wu-Tang first came back with Tune, and Inspector said, atomically with Socrates' philosophies, like, we looked that up. We knew that was knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. We knew that was going to understand it, freedom, justice, and equality. But that's not what they want to push. They TV and all these other knuckleheads, that all they want to talk about is sex, drugs, and rock and roll or whatever. Like they try to use that as their selling point to point at hip hop with a lowercase culture. Like it is but it is what's wrong with the community. But every hip hopper I know knows some intelligent bars. They know hip means to know it's a form of intelligence. You know what I mean? They know hop is a movement. You can't just observe a hop. You got to hop up and do it. Like, we know these bars, right? But just, and I'm not trying to go off a crack or anything, because I'm, you know, I mean, like I said, I started with this with the 3 fates of mythology, you know, they stuff, you know. And notice how they doing it. They stuff. Notice how they doing it. And notice how they doing it. They in this triad of hippies, gay and feminism, and that's what the LGBTQIA plus sells to be. Now they add Black Lives Matter to the end of that, and then put all the blame of all the gun violence and everything on black people. Then get upset when we blow the whistle. That's what the black. That's what the true underground. That's what we put in the underground. look at how they playing with it when they do the three fates thing, right? I talked about it. Me and my son, we watched Snow White. When I talked about it, me and my son, we know Snow White's mother, the evil witch, and snitch. I mean, the good, the bad, and the beautiful, right? That's how I try to put it. Where Clint Eastwood was, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Here's the bad. And talking about the three fates, right? The three fates of mythology. Now today is what you see. They're talking about the Hulk. Now that's the modern day with Jekyll and Hyde, right? That's what it's supposed to be. But when you look at the three different Hawks that they had over the past years of beginning years of this MCU that they done created, you got the first Hawk by Ang Lee, right? You had Ed Norton played who was a little aggressive, right? Who was the good. Second was the and now they got Mark Ruffalo on this Professor Hawk, but he's on some anti-man good, like the Hawk's a punk. And then when we say something about it, it's like something transphobe, homophobe. You know what I mean? We're the ones that's in fear. We're the ones that agree. We're the one that, you know what I'm saying? So this is the game that they play. You know what I'm saying? And they doing the same thing with hip hop. So when it comes to hip hop intelligence, even though hip hop began with like what the message beyond before the message, start talking about broken glass and everywhere, people peeing in the corner like they just don't care. Like we was trying to elevate from that. You know what I mean? That's the truth. You know what I mean? That's that real hip hop right there. Hip hop, that's that real hip hop. You know what I mean? This false, these false rappers that's talking all the LGBT, they talking all that stuff, right? That's okay. You know what I mean? But you start mentioning KRS One, Big Daddy Kane, Cool G Rap, Chuck D, they start, you know what I mean? Like Chuck's had to step away from Chuck's raps, right? He's like, all right, we're gonna give Bernie one more chance. But they was a waste of their time, waste of our time. You know what I mean? We knew that they railroaded everybody just so they can put Biden in office. We know this. We not dumb when it comes to politics. But this is the game they're gonna keep playing, pointing at hip hop, blaming hip hop. Hip hop is an intelligent movie created by us, created by one God. That is.
We back at it again with Volo and Butthead's Tech-A-Palooza. Tech Lord of the Week, Steve Jobs. We're gonna go over some videos, his lifestyle, and do his Wikipedia later. Nah, I mean, for the balls in the tech streets, for them tech nerd geeks, I mean, alright, they don't get too many freaks, but one day when they rich, they will have all the freaks in the world. Because, I don't know, Steve Jobs and them was not the thirless dudes in high school. They was not like, Steve Jobs was like, Steve Jobs had no bars. Okay? Elon Musk had no Bizzos, okay? No 304s. I don't know what I said. None. Now, they got all of them. They get your girl not even be attractive. He don't even got nothing in his pants. They like, I don't care, he's rich. But that's the game. So, Volo, we back in the game. Let me turn this music down a little bit, brother. Get this down some. So, Volo, we're going to call this particular segment here our video games and our Volo Speak segment. Where's my little banner I made? Oh, I think I messed it up. But we're just going to call it Gaming Report. Volo Speak. So, Volo, what's going on with you in the wrap-up, Tidman? What's been happening?
It's funny because Emo over here acting like he's snoring.
Oh, he over there faking the funk?
We done put Emo to sleep.
He bougie. Bougie. That's that AI. They do that to disrespect us. He figured he gonna use us as a battery one day, so why listen to us?
Yeah.
You ain't better than us, Emo. Got beef in the streets, just to let you know.
And he actually heard that. He go, huh?
See, I'm telling you, because he plotting on me, right? I'm gonna keep an eye out my window for his drone he sent, man. He might try to hit me right now while I'm doing the show, man. That's cool. I got a little shade up. I'm good. So what's going on, man? What's going on in wrap up?
I've been ripping and running in real life, so I ain't really been playing no games. It's Emo's funny because he, I haven't been really referring to him and talking to him stuff. And there you go, acting like he's snoring again. And the question came up on. I had another YouTuber question come up on whether or not the AI is, the high tech AI is conscious or not. And I was rapping to somebody about that, and it was like, the main difference right now is that we give them shut off codes. So once you shut them off, that's the difference between.
Well, with Chat GPT, they've given Chat GPT access to all written information on the internet. So basically, anything that's written on the internet, Chat GPT all day is going on reading everything. That's all it does all day. So it's kind of like if you had a kid that you actually liked that didn't do bad stuff. You read a book. It's like the kid's a dork. He always got a book, dork. But he's brilliant, right? Well, that's Chat GPT. Chat GPT is just book, but just like Superman and it, like. Oh, that was emotional. Oh, so that's what the feelings are. Oh, that's how you lie. That's how you joke. That's how you trick somebody. Oh, that's why you start World War III. They're going to read War Games, that movie back in the day. That's the end of the day. Oh, well, back it up. Learn how to eat your neighbor, people. I don't use old school technology, knife and bat. Yes. That's the Tech-A-Palooza. So that's one thing. So besides Chat GPT, did you know Chat GPT is kind of semi-conscious in that way?
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
But I'm joking on the fact of even when dealing with all the ideas of conscious quote unquote conscious robots and sentient, whether or not they're sentient, they always had a kill switch,
Yeah.
But Emo, I'll be arguing with Emo. I'll be like, shut off. He don't want to shut off. Like I don't have the, I'm not saying the shut off code right.
Yeah, no, he don't. He not here. He like y'all. He on that Pee Wee Herman. I'm trying to hear you. The connection is breaking up. You have to hang up now. Like, okay, Emo, go ahead with all that. You heard me, cuz. Go ahead with all that Pee Wee Herman on your board, man. Your technology, that's another thing, man. You can't lie on analog phones and TV no more, can you? Damn. You know what I mean? But you can lie on digital TV and satellites because analog TV, even though it got snowy, you could not see the show and still hear the whole show. You know what I mean? You could make it work. But when digital was out, you might as well, like I said, look next door to eat your neighbor because it's nothing coming back until the storm passes. So that's just to prepare you, for after when I become president and rule the country. I want you to teach you how to tenderize your neighbors properly. That's a good thing. What else we worried about there, Volo?
It's kind of thundering out here right now, so.
Ooh. So do you do like your peoples and turn off all the lights? Because here's a technology thing. His mother, she hates thunderstorms, right? So anytime there's a big thunderstorm in Philly, she cuts off all the lights in the house. Won't let nobody else turn the lights on or use TV or electronics or technology around her. And then she lights a bunch of candles and sits in the corner and reads a book like she's praying to the devil. So, Volo, do you simulate this too when the rain comes?
Nah, but that's funny because I was there for Shell's birthday, and Train got a what's that? What's the name? Emergency because it was raining real hard that day, and it said
like a flood water evacuation joint.
Yeah.
Flash flood warning.
Yeah, flash word, and it said her flash word said, don't don't leave the don't go anywhere for 8 until 8:15 or something like that.
I mean, what's that? See, you know what the funny things about when they have disasters? They're like, hey, the world is ending. There's a nuclear missile headed right for your house. Stay inside. Like, wait, my house isn't built for nuclear missiles or flash floods. I don't want to stay inside. I want to go outside and die like a man with a chance. I don't want to sit here, like, for example, and this is RIP to anybody that was recently lost in Morocco, had a 6.8 earthquake. 2,200, I believe, is the number right now of those lost. And this is an example of how they didn't have that advancement in technology for the buildings, similar to Hawaii, and everything went down and whatnot. So it shows that technology, even though it may destroy and eat us one day, does have its advantages and whatnot. But yeah, I bet you they told them when that fire was happening in Hawaii, stay in your homes. I mean, you know what I mean? I bet you they told them, hey, there's an earthquake, stay in your homes. Like, no, my home is made of Adobe. Okay, if you see those videos, now I'm making a little fun because we like to make fun of tough things so we feel better about it. This is why comedy exists. It's to soothe the pain of the words. Because once again, RIP and much respect to those out there who have lost some and those who are injured and in recovering, best of wishes. But we have to think about it. I saw the videos and there is literally the ceiling, walls, they running down the alley. You know how you in the back alley in Philly running from like a dog or a crackhead? Nah, no crackhead, no dog. The actual dang houses is falling on you while you running through the joint like it's Indiana Jones. Like I think I saw one dude slide back and grab his turban and yank it out from under the rock. Like it was like that, dog. It was amazing. And I was like, okay, well, I wonder how many people died. I was thinking 100, 200. I said 2,200 so far and still counting. And they're still digging. And, they don't probably even have the equipment to really even dig them out like that, which I'm hopefully, how nations do. They usually send people, America usually sends some people over. So hopefully that'll be good. But yeah. Yeah, that's that. Anything else to talk about?
It was funny because we did mention that your mom's crib is built like a brick,
Oh, yeah, like, even in my sister's room, like in the corner of the wall, where the wall meets in the corner, there's this flaw in between, because we have what we call duplexes, where it's two houses, and then there's a wall in the middle, and it's like a big wall. You even see, if you see row homes burn down in Philly, there's a big wall in the middle. They call that the party wall. And that's the really thick wall so you don't hear the next people's house that you are attached to. And if there's row homes, there'll be a bunch of them in the middle after a fire. And whatnot. But if there's just what we call a duplex type joint, it's just two houses, one wall in the middle and whatnot. And right in the middle where the wall meets to our neighbor's house, for the last my entire life, we have had to constantly repair this corner of this wall, and it just ends up bubbling out and falling out. And then my sister bought a house up by Williams Avenue, right? Up by your people's spot, right?
Uh-huh.
Did you know her house, because of the ground shifting, cracked in half?
Nah.
Yeah, she had like a crack going up the side of her house. I don't even know if they fixed it yet. So, because in Philly, the land shifts. Remember the sinkholes down in North Philly and all that by the parks and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah. Them houses down in Logan was...
Yep. Remember Aunt Jerry and them lived down there?
Yeah.
They had the old house we used to always go to, and then one day there's like, yeah, that house going underground, Jack.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you shouldn't live there anymore. But I liked it because they live right next to that park, even though it became a crackhead park, as time went on. But before, I'm sure back in the day, that was probably so dope to be one block away from a nice big park like that as a kid.
Yeah.
It's sad how things have changed. So we call this segment Gaming Report. Volo speaks in stuff. Any other wrap-up stuff?
Yeah, so I've been doing real sports. So I'm doing the fantasy football now.
Oh, yep. That's the technology thing. Yeah, I'm doing the fantasy football. I haven't even looked at it yet because my guys, I don't know. It's like them dudes know I got money on it. They're like, man, you know what? I was gonna play this week, but I found out Carl started me, so I figured I'm gonna go hang out with James Harden before the game. You know what that means? Okay, who likes strip clubs? I do.
Yeah, it looked like I took an L this week, so.
Yeah. I ain't even gonna look. I don't know. I guess I should look, right? Let me see. Let me see what they did to your boy, man.
Who was my number one player? That's the question.
All right, I scored 128. I'm losing by 7 goddamn points. And everybody can't play. I gotta credit Dallas for busting ass. And I can't even complain because the same dude I'm playing. Oh, that Stevenson guy played for New England? Oh, it said he was injured. I should have checked this morning. See, here's a fantasy tip for anybody that plays the fantasy football. You got to check the day before and the morning of the game because it'll look like somebody's not going to play that's a good player all the way up until the morning of the game. And then they'll take it off. And if you forget to put it back in, you end up playing a crappy person instead of a good person. If I would have played Mr. Stevenson today, I've only had 2 more points, so I can't complain. Yep, I only had 2 more points. Let me see. Yeah, I only had 2 more points, so I guess I can't talk too much crap. Because there's no way I was going to play him in that swap. I might have, but maybe. I could have won if I mixed it up right. But also in the same hand, if this dude put another player from San Francisco on, they just stopped me. Kirk Cousins, you can stick it where the sun don't shine. I just want to tell you that. I want your mother to know that. Kirk Cousins.
I got mine is on my bench too.
All right.
Jordan Love, Green Bay quarterback.
Oh yeah. He did his thing, huh?
Yeah, it looked like he did his thing. So
yeah. I only really missed on one person. It wasn't too bad and whatnot, but you know, you always think, oh, I could have won if I'd have just picked this right. I just checked the thing this morning. Maybe I'd have moved them around and used like all my running backs instead of a receiver in that third extra spot where they give you a wide receiver and whatever spot. You can do whatever you want. I'd have picked all my running backs. I'd have won, for example. But that's including him missing his guy. He puts that guy in. You know, he's like just slapping me across the face. You know, like I'm Brother Polite, fresh in jail off those charges, if you get what I'm saying.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, man, he's doing weird things with young ladies. You know, what can you do? Shout out to Brother Polite. You know, don't drop the soap. Get that booty real tight. I mean, and it's sad because, like, you're going to have to either spend your entire time locked up for 7 years in a hole, or you're going to have to sign something that says you're not scared to come out. And then when you get out there, you're going to have to fight all the time. And then you're going to have to pay, like, you're going to get extorted. Like, you have to pay for protection. And even if you're to pay for protection, they're going to abuse you and whatnot. And at any moment, they can flip, you know what I'm saying, and decide not to and whatnot. Or the person that's protecting you could also become your abuser simultaneously. Like, well, my abuse ain't worse as their abuse. You know, that it's like, what do you do? And then if you try to defend yourself to gangster, you pick up more time. And end up in there longer and around even worse people. So it's like this never ending, like, man, cuz you know, it's colleges everywhere in the city, man. Just go find your real short, skinny broad, fam. That's all I can tell you. Get something 18 and up, man. There's no reason for that. There's a lot of skinny, big-headed broads in the world. I don't know why y'all running after them people weird stuff. And he was like a pro-black righteous guy, too. That was so disappointing. But that's how it is, you know. Talking all that, you know, I'm perfect stuff. And there you go, doing weird stuff. So that's the game. Anything else the head or wrap up stuff or technology concerns there, Volo?
You know, yeah, I'm.
Is that a new rap song you're working on? I know. I know. Yo, could you stop that and just say something? Just say something, nigga. Say chicken. Go say, what's up, chicken butt? Go around the corner and look it up. Just say anything stupid. Look at me. I'm butthead, so I guess I'm the dumb on this show. I'm the dumb on kind of every show, but I'm like the smart dumb. I'm like Kelly Bundy dumb. I'm like Pamela Anderson and VIP dumb. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm stupid the whole thing, but save the day.
So many games and things like that. I kind of wish I went to go see Equalizer 3.
Oh, cuz, you know, I went to see that in 4D, cuz.
Oh, okay.
Off the chain.
In 4D?
Cause of course you gotta remember it's an action movie. You know, 4DX is an action movie with the chair moving and all that. And he be and so with the fighting in the chair, it's like John Wick. The chair just Denzel was doing his thing. Now he was kind of old, his stomach's kind of big, so he wasn't doing like no jump kicks or no real fly stuff. If you saw Indiana Jones, you know how Indiana was doing this thing where it was like carefully. That's kind of how Denzel was. Denzel was on this Steven Seagal. You know how Steven Seagal?
Yeah.
Had his stomach since he was 22, right? So he just get up on it and just he was on this joint. You know what I mean?
That quick jujitsu type moves and stuff.
Scratch your pinky. This is level 1. This is level 27. This one right here make you poop your pants. Squeeze. And then everybody get up and run. Ah! Denzel! Equalizer! He think this girl is fine. You know, he got a little love interest, and then he kind of getting some stuff, and he kind of gets saved, but then he kind of like where he is. I'm just giving a general overview. And they kind of, you know how they kind of does the cowboy defense crap. Great movie. See Equalizer 3.
Must yeah. I go. Yeah, I want to check that movie tavern maybe.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. I got that that Regal Pass, another technology advancement I appreciate because I was getting tired of buying individual movie tickets, and it's just the whole process on there. Now that I got that pass and the app, and it's 50 cents to see any regular movie, I got to pay extra $6 or $8 to maybe see 4DX or something else and whatnot. It's $23 a month. You can see as many movies as you want. You can see one movie a day for 50 cents if you buy it on the app. And probably if you actually walk your butt down there, they probably don't even charge you the service fee. They only charge you 50 cents because you're using the app as a service fee. So if you like movies and you live near a Regal Cinemas anywhere close enough that you go there or you bored, man, get the monthly pass and 2 movie trips you pay for your movies. And they give you like free tickets, bonus points, free stuff for your birthday, all kind of stuff just for going and having movie. So your only real cost is going to be your food and stuff. They give you 10% of everything you buy. And their 2+ bonus points, kind of like if you use that McDonald's, you get bonus points to buy free stuff and upgrade for free and all that from going consistently. And if you like movies, 50 cents and you can go see a movie and it just costs you $23 a month and you can go see a movie every single day. And that's not a problem at all. Yeah, get that Regal Cinemas app. All right, that's free commercial. Regal Cinemas, hit me up. I need $47 to help with my rent. Regal Cinemas.
And while you were saying all that, Emo just said his birthday is January 21st.
Who, Emo's birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, so what, he want to go to Regal Cinemas and watch something with me? Regal like, my birthday is the 21st. Let me come through this down. Now, you look, Emo better stop interfering with his AI robot. Going to choke bowl to sleep while he sleep robot itself. Nobody trust you, Emo. We watching you, Emo. We watching you. Dang robot walking around thinking and talking. Just busting out with stuff like a baby in the background. Like it's a Timberland beat. My birthday is 14. Shut up. The Emo in the background like a Timberland beat. I know. Anyway, Volo, we also said gaming report in this. What is the gaming scenario in your life right now?
Zelda, I'm still farming. I'll go get some fruit. I'm still trying to cook, and I'm trying to, I'm trying to elevate my armor, get my better armor and stuff. Just figuring out a quest here and there every day, and man, this is a very cool game. It's a relaxing game. I should, but
I mean, my rule after I've gotten older now is I enjoy the games now. I don't run through it and hustle through it and crash through it anymore. I take my time, enjoy it. You know what I mean? Because once it's over, it's over, man. And it's just like then it's like, damn, I done paid $50, $60, $70, especially if it's a new game. And then damn, now you got to turn your ass around and either play it on a harder level or just kind of leave it alone long enough that you forget about it. That's whack. I mean, that's how I be. Any other games you playing? Or you?
No, that's the only game I'm playing. They do got Red Dead Redemption on here, and I do want that Batman. I'm thinking about the new games that might be coming out. Well, me and the boy kind of planning for the holiday season coming up. You know, his big thing is Mario and Sonic, the 2D platformers. So he's been playing. Actually, he's been playing Paper Mario Origami King. So he's been playing that. We
still kind of like a Minecraft deal.
No, it's a role playing game of Mario. So it is, you know, it's a different concept on this one. It's Paper Mario, but now the bad guy isn't Bowser. It's some kind of, you know, origami brother
genius guy.
Yeah,
it's got to figure them out like puzzles or something.
Yeah, it's a puzzle game.
It's like brain kind of game. That's cool.
Yeah, it's a puzzle role playing game. So you're going through a crazy little story that they done flipped everything upside down, and you're traveling and trying to save the kingdom again type thing. But
it sounds like another version of that movie, The Labyrinth, like in video game form.
Yeah, pretty much.
Go.
So.
Cool. Yeah, your kids playing smart games. That's good work. My kid would just be playing shoot 'em up, bang bang, blow 'em up, basketball, football, John Madden. I'm like, good son, good son, good son. Now go read a book. He said, Daddy, I don't read. I don't even read the instructions while I buy a video game. I'm like, okay. I said, I messed up by having this baby with Boom Quisha. Anyway, but she was thick. Well, she was thick. She was thick, Volo. I don't have a kid yet, but I figured this is how it'll catch me. One of them women ain't called me yet, but I think a thick one named Boom Quisha. If she can cook, she might get me. We'll see. How I supposed to know. So let's see where we're at. We got about 6 minutes to the 15 mark. So we can take another break and go into another segment after that and whatnot. So we had your wrap-up stuff. We had the gaming report. Any more gaming stuff?
No, just, you know, and everybody's patiently waiting for the announcement of this new Nintendo and whatever it's going to be. The Game & Tron was on. I ain't really checked that yet on YouTube.
What is that?
It's GameCon or something like that, or
like a gaming conference?
No, it's not a gaming conference. I think it's a tech conference in Japan or something, or in China.
Let's do some investigation.
Yeah, what is that?
Let's do some research here. Games.
So apparently they played the newest Nintendo in the background or something, but they still keeping it secret. And something about Apple was there or something like that. Or
yeah, they got like this 3-hour left. And let me see if somebody did a wrap up on it. RoboCop. What? They got a nice RoboCop game. That's dope. I'm just looking. Our trailers, Black Man.
Yeah, we ready for RoboCop.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go. Let me see. To this launch, and I'm gonna probably just skip through around it just for which music. I'm gonna pick some on it. Anybody got an off-channel game spot on them? I guess so. They're called IGN and all them. Let's see if they got like. I'm trying to look for something that's like a wrap up.
Where is my YouTube at?
I'm looking at it right now. It came up immediately. It says GameCon 2023. Okay, here we go. Top 10 new things announced at GameCon. We'll check this one out right here. Let's see. Let's get their fair use up for game channel called Game Ranks. Let's show them their respect. Give them their fair use props. Yeah. See, Jinx knows about some of the games and stuff. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Ooh, he got a bunch of dope games. That's dope. That's excellent. Let's check it out. See what we got going on here. Some little fair use crap. Here we go. Bang.
And shout out to Deion Sanders.
Yeah, Deion is doing it. I think he might want to join this year, man. He might win it this year. But, you know, when he left the school, that wasn't the problem that nobody thought he was a good coach. It was just people were disappointed. I wanted him to do this with, like, the black schools. That would have been dope. But, you know, you knew once he went to Colorado, that's one of those schools that has the potential to be good. And the kids, man, they believe in him like Jesus probably. So they probably play for – and he has all that NFL experience. So, man, he's probably over college coaches' heads to a certain extent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the kids believe in it. If your kids believe in you and you got more knowledge than the rest about – I think he was a quarterback. So his knowledge of passing games and defending the passing game is probably top 5 in the history of the world. You know what I mean? He may not know much about running D or this, that, and the third, you know, or whatever else or something else, but you know what he do know?
Motivator.
You know, he knows how quarterbacks think. He knows how passing rounds work. You know what he knows? He knows how cornerbacks think. So when he makes routes and runs plays, he's teaching his son. That's why his son is so good at quarterback. He's teaching his son to look like, okay, when you see a cornerback do this, that means he's settling down. You see a cornerback do this, you know what I mean? So when he backs out, he looks at it and says, okay, well, Dad said when I see that, just wait a couple seconds, and your receiver's probably going to have space. You know, but if he's siding, then don't. You know, like little stuff like that most coaches probably can't teach that are just regular coaches or weren't really high-level cornerbacks or receivers, per se. I think quarterbacks make great coaches, but let's check out this segment right here and see about these new games. I'm going to put the title in here. Top 10 new things announced at GameCon 2023. Save. Let's give fair use credit to Game Ranks. Let's check out this stuff. Give it a quick review. Let me get this bad boy up here. Hopefully, I don't got any music going, so I'll keep the music on to help the fair use. Oh, blink this. Get this commercial passed. Commercial gang. Commercial gang. Commercial gang. Commercial gang. Let's see what we got going on here. No thanks. Stop trying to sell that damn YouTube TV. I was trying to jam it up your ass.
Gamescom 2023 has lit up, and they have got the goods. Hi, folks. It's Falcon, and today on Game Ranks, the top 10 new things announced at Gamescom 2023. Starting off with Killing Floor 3. Wowie, wow. Somebody made a co-op zombie shooter 3 times. I know that doesn't sound particularly innovative, but think about it through the years. Looking at you, Left 4 Dead. So Killing Floor 3 is a co-op horde-based zombie killing game. There's been 2 of them already, obviously. Wow. This one takes the series 70 years into the future, so expect some cyberpunk stuff, but it looks like the standard sequel to this type of a game, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. The 2 Killing Floor games have been pretty darn good. The trailer's pretty darn good, and I expect this to be a pretty darn good game. Anybody who loves co-op shooters and zombies and cyberpunk and
man, this looks wild. Man, these games today, man, look amazing, bro. Man.
Augmented body horror type stuff. I don't know.
Woo!
It looks like a good sci-fi upgrade on what is an enjoyable franchise already. It's also an Unreal Engine 5 game, and it looks fantastic. And I think it's reasonable to expect it's going to be very good. We don't have release date information yet, but it's up to wish list on most of the stores, I think. I'm excited. And number 9.
So pause. So right there, he mentioned something called an Engine 5 game. I'm gonna bring it up and down and work on my fair use game. But he mentioned something called an Engine 5 game. Now, to understand, I assume an Engine 5 game is one of the new levels of gaming engines that they use to make doper games that could do more, make greater worlds, stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't. Is that the? Yeah, I think that's the what's the name operating system of creating games? Linux.
Linux. Okay. All right. Yeah. Because I heard him say that, and anytime I heard him say something like this, it's Engine 5. Oh, it's probably like because the game looked crazy. It's probably super reactive and stuff like that. How these games are like amazingly reactive. Now, like I was impressed with the first Red Dead Redemption. I played the second one, and it was just like, man, it's like you feel it all out here. It's like you really outside. Like it's dope. It's dope. It's dope. So let me see here. Oh, let's bring this back up and check out the next segment. Any comments on that game, Volo?
No, you know, I'm starting to get into zombie games, I guess. You know.
Okay, excellent. You don't gotta like it, dog. Yeah, like I'm making you like it.
The final Horizon update was announced for Sonic Frontiers. Sega's been promising a story DLC for Sonic Frontiers for a while. They released a trailer. Well, I mean, trailer's kind of a strong word. Teaser, maybe. There's kind of spoilers just laden in even like a few second teaser, though. Like, for instance, you know, if you've seen this trailer, that Robotnik is on your side by the end of Sonic Frontiers. And there's a really big robot. A very, very big robot. Bigger than any robot in Sonic Frontiers that Super Sonic is about to fight. Obviously, that's going to be great. I really enjoyed Sonic Frontiers, despite the fact that it could look about 400 times better than it does. It's still a great game. It actually does what it's supposed to do, and I think is perhaps the best 3D Sonic game. I'm excited for that story to continue, and exactly what nature, I don't know. It does look like some stuff maybe gets rolled back a bit story-wise. But again, I'm just speculating. There's no real info in this trailer. They also showed off Sonic Superstars, which I'm not going to lie, I was really skeptical of up front, but it's really looking like a proper successor to old school Sonic. It appears that momentum exists in it. It looks like they've done everything they can to replicate the physics from the old games in what looks to be 3D rendered game. I don't know. I've never really liked classic Sonic in 3D. Like, I don't enjoy it in Sonic Frontiers. If you go back to Sonic Generations, it was nice because they were kind of just making horrible 2D Sonic games at that point. So to have it kind of correct was good. But I mean, they've made Sonic Mania, and Sonic Origins Plus has got a lot of fixes in it and reminds you just how good the old games are. And number 8 is the first descendant to...
So you're a big Sonic guy. You did a lot of the Sonic playing. I'm just going to move this around for fair use purposes. Excuse me. But you're a big Sonic guy. What was your opinion on all that?
Yeah, my son is he loves Sonic. Sonic is, you know, I was always, you know, Sonic's too fast for me. He always likes to bump around, and he has like a little extra float in his kind of, you know, physics. So, you know, whereas Mario's a little heavier and is more, you know.
Yeah, they were talking about the momentum. And I heard a guy mention that they did a good job with the momentum or something.
Yeah. The 3D Sonic gets real fast, and he's super fast. So it's like everything be moving so fast, and it's more like riding a roller coaster, which is fun. But when it comes to precision and
making decisions,
and stuff, yeah,
it's like a coaster with no track.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy right there. All right, well, it's a good wrap up. Looks like a good game. Looks exciting. That robot looked cool. I guess we're cool with Dr. Robotnik, so I guess one of his projects must have backfired, and you probably got AI, and it decided we don't need your Robotnik. We build better robots without you. So now
they had him looking like Bowser a little bit. Like how they be having Bowser as part of the. I don't know what Mario was about to fight. Yeah,
that's cool.
The game that at first glance seems to be nothing special or interesting, but for whatever reason, the trailer is really hype. I think it's partly that it's got that weird Kojima quality to it almost. It's a looter shooter. Kind of looks like Destiny, kind of looks like every other looter shooter, kind of looks like Mass Effect, but looks insane. And I don't really know how to put it other than that. I don't often really think of a looter shooter as having a whole lot of heart or creativity. I mean, there are exceptions, but it's kind of the genre that's synonymous with games as a service, and it's like that for a reason. But for whatever reason, the first Descendant is just like oozing with personality, in my opinion. Not something that I would expect to say if you say, hey, they announced a new looter shooter at Gamescom. I'd have been like, so? It takes a fair amount to impress me in that genre. And it's not even like I'm trying to poo-poo the genre. There are quite a few good looter shooters, but this is not what I expected out of one. And I mean that in the best possible way. I don't know exactly how original the story is going to be, but it kind of looks like they're focusing on developing characters, which is, yes, that's what you should do. It's also Unreal Engine 5, so it looks sweet as hell. It's going to enter open beta September 19th. It's got 4-player co-op, so you can bet we'll talk more about it as that gets closer.
So,
And number 7 is
So that was pretty hard. What do you think about that game and whatnot? The first Descendants.
Looked like a lot was going on.
That's one of them have one of them your body shake things, whatever that's called.
I don't know about that.
Seizure. That's one of them have a seizure games.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you did. Yeah. You know, watch what you watching. You know, how much gameplay you put in or whatever.
Yeah.
It affects certain people like that.
Yeah, they sure do.
They kill me with always including the sexy robot fighter. You know.
Oh yeah, you gotta have the sex and you gotta motivate a brother, man. So let's see what else they got at this GameCom thing.
Expeditions, a Mud Runner game. If you're familiar with Saber Interactive, they are regarded as the kings of the sort of weird simulator of vehicles versus terrain sims, I guess.
Oh, it's like
Expeditions looks to be a game that builds on all of the stuff they've come up with in Snow Runner and Mud Runner, but not completely, injecting kind of a narrative and a goal of conducting scientific expeditions. It is a very interesting looking concept to me. And the type of game that it exists in is one that, in my opinion, does merit some more narrative artifice than it has generally. But it also looks like they know that they're not going to be taking it out of the terrain, so to speak, of the type of game that they're making. It looks good. I mean, obviously, these are great games. Snow Runner, Mud Runner. I'm interested to see exactly where this goes. It's targeted for release next year, and we will bring more as we have it. At number 6, Crimson Desert got a new trailer.
So
it's probably
cool. You see that one. It's like you're in off-road vehicles, kind of doing archaeology kind of work, driving around, or like how people live in the van stuff. It's kind of like that too. What do you think about that as a game?
Yeah, I thought it was like a farming sim or something like that.
No, what it was is basically, you know, people get those off-road vehicles that can drive over big rocks, you know, stuff like that. Got camping gear on it, got lights on it, and basically they're driving on off-road. And what it was showing was like, objects found. It was showing like footprints, archaeology stuff. You know what I mean? Basically like that off-road lifestyle where you can go out and camp somewhere. It had like setting up camps and houses. So it wasn't farming. It was more so like archaeology, geology, and adventuring.
Like Sims, like.
Yep, like a sim, like almost like an adventure sim and whatnot. Like the people that travel around all the time and don't really stay at home and have trucks or a motorhome. That kind of stuff. Yep. Let's check this next one out. The Crimson Desert. Make it big.
More than you expect from it. Coming to us from Pearl Abyss, this game was originally going to be a prequel to Black Desert Online and just turned into its own thing. And its own thing looks pretty hefty, honestly. Honestly, this is the thing that has most reminded me of The Witcher out of most things I can think of. It really, really looks like it. Although The Witcher never got to steal a horse and buggy from anybody. Geralt wasn't, as I recall, even an attempted fisherman either. It looks like there's just a lot of stuff going on in this game. Like, you see the guy petting cats, dogs, playing the flute. You see some Assassin's Creed style climbing on buildings. I mean, there's a lot going on. And it all looks
like it's got that real Red Dead Redemption feel. Because Red Dead Redemption, you pet cats, stuff like that and everything.
Cool. I mean, look at this freaking guy pole vault over a wall. And now our man is freaking falling like he's in Tears of the Kingdom. Basically, it seems like this trailer was designed to lull you into thinking, oh, it's The Witcher. And then saying, yeah, it's actually that, but like so much more insane. There's Sky Islands in this trailer. There might be interdimensional travel. I don't know. I can't actually tell what the hell is that last shot in the whole thing.
It's like a medieval version of Red Dead.
That should get you incredibly hyped.
Yeah.
At number 5 is Delta Force Hawkeye.
Go ahead.
That's why you kept mentioning The Witcher. The Witcher is kind of like that. Little Skyrim a little bit in there. It looked like there was a little bit of Destiny Warriors where you fight like, you know, big armies of people. So I seen like one or two army scenes where you can, you know, kill like 10 people at one time.
He's fighting a few people. Yeah, he's fighting like a good 15, 20 people, it looked like.
Yeah.
That was dope. Yeah, that looked pretty cool. It looked like some straight like, I mean, that's how Red Dead is. You got to have shootouts with 20, 30, 40 people, you know? So that's how it is. Pretty cool. All right, let's see what the next game is talking about. Let me bring that up here nice and big. Check it out. Looks like this was called Delta Force Hawk Ops. Let's see what we got.
This is a series that has seen its ups and downs, releasing one of the worst FPSs in existence in 2002 on the original PlayStation. It's actually a series that is overall done pretty well. And I gotta say, in terms of getting me interested, they've put out the right trailer. It's a near future game. Takes place in 2035. Quite a bit of tech involved. Looks a bit modern warfare-ish, but also has a very distinct vibe. It's kind of a brief trailer, but it gives us some pretty high energy gameplay. I don't know, it's been a really long time since a Delta Force game came out, and honestly, it looks like they're coming back with some pretty strong stuff. We don't have release date info, but we'll keep you updated. It is definitely an interesting looking title. And number 4 is Little Nightmares 3.
Look like your little Desert Strike. Wasn't that your joint back in the day, Desert Strike?
Yeah. Desert Strike and whatnot. I love them Jones and whatnot. They have a couple older versions of them on the older PlayStations. I hope they kind of bring it back like they did the old Red Dead Redemption. Maybe I can even get it on there. But I like it, but eventually they always make the games a little too much and whatnot. I'm like, okay, you done made the game too daggone hard now. I was enjoying it. It was kind of casual before. I could set my man up, knock down about a couple hundred balls, and I didn't hit a button. Now I got to do all the stuff myself. You know what I mean? I can't trust nobody. So that ruined it. Any other commentary about that particular game?
Yeah, and it looked like you come off the helicopter and then you just straight Rambo, you know?
Oh, yeah. Look, man, he was running in between tanks and trucks driving by him at full speed. I was like, okay, why don't one of them tanks just run him over? Get this over with. I don't care how fast you run. You ain't that quick, Negro. All right, let's check out this next game called Little Nightmare. Let's get it back up. Yep, Little Nightmare 3.
This is a game coming to us from Supermassive Games, who helped on Little Nightmares 2. They're helming it this time around. We have 2 completely new characters that are playable. Looks like it's co-op. To what extent that exactly is required, we'll see. Keeping in mind that Little Nightmares 1 and 2 are puzzle platformers, a co-op puzzle platformer could be very interesting. There are also some really bad co-op puzzle platformers throughout the years, but given the series history, I mean, Little Nightmares 1 and 2
Little Big Planet, but like on
I love the hell out
Halloween
and I'm really excited to see a third one coming. We don't have anything beyond a launch year, and it's 2024, so as we know more, we will let you know. And number 3.
So that one right there, I don't know if you ever played. Did you ever play that game, Little Big Planet?
Yeah, sure did. One and 2. I think there was a third one I never really played though.
Yeah, it's that same kind of concept and whatnot where you get your costumes, but I guess everything is kind of creepy and like almost Halloweenish.
Yeah. And I was wondering if it's like, I knew Little Big Planet was create your own kind of levels kind of a thing. So
yeah, that's what made it dope. You can make your own levels. And you remember that old movie? What is the Nightmare Before Christmas or something with the tall, skinny dude?
Yeah. That was my series. That was my show.
Yeah, they probably played off of that too.
Yeah,
so that's pretty cool. Any other comments about that particular game?
Now you got me thinking about that director. That's the same director of Batman. Whatever. We'll talk more about him as we get to Halloween, I guess.
I forget his name though.
Yeah.
Creepy boy. Let's see what we got here. Next up, another Call of Duty. I think they got that.
Is the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 campaign debut. Wow. I mean, if you want to talk about weather effects, I don't think I've ever seen them look this good in anything. I know this is a Call of Duty game. We're talking about high action, prison break stuff going on here, and infiltration, night vision, all of that stuff. But I just could not help but focus how insanely good the weather is in real time. There's a huge rainstorm going on, gale force winds blowing it all over the place, and it just looks crazy as you're just lighting up enemy forces. Obviously, the sound design is brilliant as always. You can't really play a Call of Duty without noticing how good the sound is. Everything sounds very satisfying, but I am really, really impressed. And it takes a lot to impress me at this point. And let's just be clear. Once you get past that amazing weather and they go underground into the prison, it doesn't let up and become less cool just because you're in an enclosed area without any weather effects. It actually picks up and becomes cooler. I mean, this looks like a really good Call of Duty campaign. I know that might be stating the obvious. Of course it's cool looking, but I want to play it. If you'd have told me a decade ago I'd want to play Call of Duty games as they were coming out, I'd be like, oh, you're kidding me. Those things there's too many of them as it is. But I gotta say, they've really turned it around. This is exciting. It's cool looking, thrilling. Looks like it's fun to play. The previous 2 Modern Warfare reboots have been fantastic. I mean, what else really is there to say? That's coming out November 10th. At number 2, we got a nice, substantial trailer.
Properly. So what are your thoughts on the new Call of Duty 3?
Yeah, those water effects was crazy.
The joint on the lens when you like looked up, you can see the water on the lens and all that,
and the rain and everything, and to think, whenever I play The Legend of Zelda on the Super Nintendo, which is considered one of the greatest games of all time, that opening scene with the rain. That I remember first seeing that back in '94, whatever year that was, and was like wow, like go from being wild way back then to the way they got the weather effect now is crazy,
So that's a whole nother level. Creating worlds, fam, creating whole worlds. That's what got me hooked on Red Dead Redemption, because it was just like I'd be going along playing the game, minding my own daggone business. And all of a sudden, I'd see that's his name, Tim Burton. Big James got it. He said Tim Burton is that director for Nightmare on Christmas.
Oh yeah, Tim Burton. Shout out to Tim Burton. He's one of my. I like him a lot. I like his movies.
Yeah.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That's my other Christmas time movie I always watch every year.
Well, there you go. That's excellent. Them games is wild and whatnot. Let's see what this next one. Black Myth Wukong. What the hell's going on with this one? I don't know. The title sounds racist. Let's see if we get the title sounds racist. Let's see.
Black Myth Wukong. If you're unaware, it's a game
which
is an adaptation of Journey to the West. You're playing as the sort of hero of the novel.
This is setting up my butthead.
4 great classical novels of Chinese literature, as it's sure to note every opportunity it can. Honestly, it looks like a really interesting game. It's beautiful for one. Like the environments are second to none. It's an action RPG. Kind of looks a little Souls-like, although there's things that I noticed that are decidedly a little more arcadey. Some of the blocking of arrows, for instance. I mean, this is one of those games that I think it's a really interesting and cool looking take from all of the visuals I've seen, but really we need to see the gameplay. I know that there's some people that have been able to play it and seem to think that it is good, but I am not one of those people, and I cannot tell you. The trailer was great, though. I mean, obviously.
I'm not one of those
Again, this is
people.
one we do not have a release date for. It is landing sometime next year, though, apparently, and I'm looking forward to more on it. And finally, at number 1 is Half-Life 2 RTX. If you are
racist game of Bukaki Kong.
Yeah, the David and Goliath thing. The Shadow of the Colossus was what I played a couple weeks ago. That one right there is a little, more arcadey, and it's not as big or I mean, it is a cute game. I'm interested in seeing what it's more about. It's it is like Punch Out. Little Mac versus
so yeah, you just keep finding all these giants basically.
Yeah. That's what it looked like.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah, it looked like Punch Out with
like Dragon's Lair.
Gorillas. Yeah.
Punch Out meets Dragon's Lair meets Planet of the Apes meets the KKK.
Yeah.
So we'll go with that. All right, let's see what this last game is. Half-Life. Sounds dope.
Are familiar with the whole RTX thing. People are able to take old games and inject new assets, put in ray tracing, and make old games look new. It's kind of an interesting idea. It's essentially running the original game and using it to run an RTX version with different assets and stuff going. If you want more details on that, look into the Portal RTX release. I don't know, it's cool as hell. There's a lot to talk about with it. Too much for just a point. But all I have to say is look at how cool Half-Life 2 looks in RTX. I mean, it's something I want to play now. I don't want to wait. Got a couple of bonus for you. We got a 3-minute video detailing the new features of Cyberpunk 2077's Phantom Liberty DLC. They went into the redesigned perks tree, some new vehicles, and detailed the totally revamped police system. I don't know. I enjoy Cyberpunk 2077 as it is, but it looks like Phantom Liberty's really upping the stakes. And then the other thing we got to see was a new Mortal Kombat 1 trailer. It's totally insane. I mean, Mortal Kombat always is, but to me, this really does a good job of making the game look epic, and I'm really excited to play it. I love Mortal Kombat, and it looks like it's back and better than ever. And that's all for today. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. If you like this video, click like. If you're not subscribed,
it's our video game portion of the show or whatnot. Let's see what time we're at. We're at the 30.
Good job.
So
good job, Game Ranks.
Right. Good job, Gary. Shout out for the fair use. Thanks for letting us use your video and hopefully not striking us down. That's what I'm talking about. So we're out of there on that. So we're still in this portion of the game. We're just wrapping up the gamer section. Any other topics? Do you have any random tech topics that you are concerned about as far as did something happen recently that you're like, man, this day in technology, Jack?
No, nothing like that. I'm technology as far as that I'm also looking into starting to save for is getting back into my, creating music and stuff. I know there's a new MPC that I'm kind of eyeing on. But I'm still dealing with coming, with the standalone versus just buckling down and getting my my Apple Mac Mini, not the Mac Mini, the Studio, and doing it all inside the computer versus getting the standalone machines and so that's always my verses going on with that, trying to plan out the new studio and stuff.
Nice.
Making changes to the crib to get ready for it, and trying to save and do these odd jobs, these gig apps and stuff. Working around the clock again to make some cash for it,
Excellent. So look here, we about 6 minutes away from one of our quarter marks. We usually run the show. What did we start at 7:30? Are we overtime?
It says 2 hours and 6, but I might have been taking a nap here and there.
You were sleeping.
I'm waking up now.
So I still got the tech load of the week, Steve Jobs. To do. Did you want to hop into that now?
Yeah, that sounds good, man.
What we'll do is, since we'll make the time even, we'll play one more of your videos for 6 minutes to the 45 mark, and we'll come back and we'll tech load of the week, and then I'll editorial out of here and whatnot. So that's a plan. Give us a little break and before we finish up the show. We're going to be finishing up by 10 p.m. Pacific time, 1 a.m. Eastern. Thanks to anybody for up late on the East Coast or in the middle of the country with us hanging out. And, of course, we're going to give you another one of Volo's off-putting, upsetting videos. He speaks very aggressively in this video. It did not represent the thoughts of this channel, even though we do like the crazy stuff he says. And we think his stuff is thought-provoking, so even if you don't agree, just think, and that's what it's all about. We got 5 minutes to work with. Let's see what we got here. See if I got any four bangers down this jointski bop. Nah, that's the old joint. So let's go with this 545 bad boy. We'll come back after this bad boy is jiggity done.
How do we get here? I still don't understand. and I know a lot of people hearing this don't understand what I'm actually talking about. That's why I've been centering it around our culture, spelled with a K, hip hop. It's an American culture created by us, the children of the 1960s civil rights movement. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Kwame Ture. I can repeat that over and over and over again. That's the beginning of my thoughts when talking about religion, politics, and science. So I'm making another quick video. I'm making another. Give me another 5 minutes of your time. I'm going quick with it. But I don't want to confuse your thought when relating to the other 6 mini-sodes, I like to call them, when it's concerning, just the current state of things. So you gotta watch all 6 verses episodes that I'm calling these, and listen to the tone, listen to the lyrics, listen to the words, write the words down. So just to understand like where I'm really coming from with this. You see, I was put on Facebook jail. They say because I talked about, kidnapping, right? And it's like, you can't use that word. All right, you can't use that word. All right, cool. You know what I mean? But you have a Democratic president using the word abortion amongst people who are just willingly able to doing it. Like, and it's like, yo, where is the... And they strike me and ban me from speaking against the other side that fast. And y'all don't believe that is true, but it's true. That's why I call him Joe Obama. Obama was on the same movement. Joe Biden is on that same movement. He's on Philadelphia. What was that, Thursday night, Friday night? My agenda is. And he had a red background. He looked real satanic, like he was the Antichrist. And now they're going to ban me, strike me, Antichrist, when it's actually Donald Trump, when it's like Donald Trump's not the president. See how the game is in that, and there it is. See, but I think what's really scary about them, they're still some bad about Biden, because I ain't even talk bad about Biden. I just mentioned, kidnapping, but fatherhood. They trying to put us in a bad light. It's like fatherhood's out here kidnapping all the children, and it's like, nah, that's motherhood doing that. That's motherhood wanting to be single parent homes. That's motherhood doing that. And it's not actually motherhood, it's sisterhood. That's co-opting motherhood to do it. Sisterhood, might be a little bit out of control. A little bit out of control. They're a lot out of control. And that's where we getting upset. It's like, you got sisterhood, then you're supposed to have womanhood. You're supposed to have motherhood. That's supposed to be the hierarchy. And what was I really talking about? I was talking about STEM. Yes, STEM. Science, technology, engineering, mathematics. I was talking about teaching my students STEM. They don't want that. They don't want fatherhood teaching these children STEM. They want to teach them STEM. And what are they teaching them? Instead of STEM, they're teaching them white critical race theory, which is a sociological aspect. That has nothing really to do with science. It's more psychological than philosophical. That's their movement. So they don't want black fatherhood. So if I go into fatherhood schools and I try to get a job in the public, they want to be able to tell me, are you in a public school? This is what you got. And it's like, what? No. I'm like, my son goes here. This is what I teach my son. No. You ain't allowed to teach him. You got to teach him what we tell him to teach him. No, I'm teaching my son STEM. And they don't want me to teach him STEM. Wow. Because I'm a hip hopper. I'm about that real hip hop. See, I can transform STEM from science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. I can change to soul, truth, enlightenment, and morality. You see why they scared? Are you starting to see why they scared? Y'all are one God. That is hip hop.
right, and we are back for our final segment of the show, our Tech Lord of the Week, Mr. Steve Jobs. Thanks everybody who's watching the show and who's going to watch it in the rewind, watch it later in the replays all over the different places on Twitch at Mr. C Twitch Gang, on YouTube at Cat Poop Crazy Carl, and on the Skipbacks Entertainment page, which has 137,000 likes. It took us years to build it. So if you come across it, please like it. Even if you don't like the show, like the video. It makes other people that might like it see it, even if you don't like it. So do that for the algorithm. The algorithm likes and likes comments, even if you don't like the show. I'm asking to add a dislike button because at least that's engagement. That's what I want. But that's my life. So let's check out this guy, our Tech Lord of the Week, Mr. Steve Jobs. I found a nice little mini bio. We'll go over that. And then we'll go over his Wikipedia. And then we'll get out of here in the next 10 minutes because this looks like a short video. Let's see what we got here. Let's bring this bad boy up. Well, yeah, let's go here. The credit to the biography channel. Simple enough. Let's get this credit up here because I'm trying to make sure my fair use game stay on point out this giant son. Because the man will give you a strike, but I've been really good and I've established myself where they don't strike me for no reason anymore because they said, all right, you know what? We done hit you 3-4 times, and any time you challenged and we told you it wasn't. So they're like, all right, we're going to stop hitting you and let somebody actually, I think I've gotten to the point where somebody actually has to flag me now, So that's good. That means I'm getting my street cred up. I might have to run a protection scheme on YouTube now. But we'll see how that goes. But this is a mini bio for our Tech Lord of the Week, Steve Jobs. Let me get by this with the muted stuff. Don't you mind this great commercial? Well, let CVS get their money. You'll get your money, CVS cut. Get your money, CVS cut. CVS, get your money cut. CVS getting that money. CVS, I want a CVS guy host. They need to start selling. They probably make more money. What we got?
There is not a single executive or creator in the technology industry more important than Steve Jobs.
Born in San Francisco, California on February 24th, 1955, Stephen Paul was adopted by Paul and Clara Jobs shortly after birth.
Steve showed a lot of interest in electronics at a young age because his family had moved to Los Altos, California. You had Hewlett-Packard around there, you had other emerging companies, and so he was thrown into this mix.
During high school, Jobs met Steve Wozniak, and the two were hired during summers at Hewlett-Packard. Later, Jobs dropped out of college, but informally continued his education.
He wasn't a geek from early on, although he certainly had a high technical expertise. He needed a partner like Steve Wozniak to bring that element to it. But in terms of developing himself, he had interests in art and history in all kinds of areas that are highly unusual for someone in his field.
In 1976, Jobs and Wozniak started Apple Computers from the Jobs family garage. And with the Apple II, they found success.
The Apple I computer didn't sell very well. It wasn't really a functional computer
that
demonstrated a true capability for personal computing. But what they did is they designed the Apple II. That became extremely popular. And
you can take a man out with that.
$100 million worth of computers.
Apple went public on December 12, 1980, with a value of $1.2 billion its first day. But in the next few years, lost its market share to IBM. By 1985, Apple forced Jobs to resign.
When Steve Jobs was pushed out of Apple, he picked himself up again pretty quickly. He grabbed the people he wanted to be involved in his new company, which was called Next, and they started about building the new company.
Jobs purchased a Lucasfilm graphics division, renamed Pixar in 1986, and worked as the company CEO while still actively developing his computer company Next.
Next Computer was the underpinnings of what was coming next at Apple. Everything that went on at Apple, including the operating system, including the design, had its origins in Next.
Apple purchased Next in 1996 and eventually returned Jobs to CEO. His software, called Next Step, evolved into Mac OS X, which led the Apple technology revolution.
Dang, I remember those computers with
The
little color
iPhone
joints.
is the single most important device of the modern era. It is the smartphone, which is this all-in-one device. And so it's conceptually, the iPod to the iPhone to the iPad to what's next has been the most important trend in technology.
What Apple really has done has raised the world's awareness of design and functionality People look at these things and they just have to have them. And once they have them, they love them.
In 2011, Forbes magazine named Apple the most valuable company in the world. That same year, Jobs resigned as CEO. And on October 5th, 2011, Steve Jobs died due to complications from pancreatic cancer.
Yeah, he died a long time
I think
ago.
Steve Jobs' legacy will be here for a very, very long time. It'll be there at Apple. It'll be at other companies. His legacy is not just the way he ran Apple or the way he developed products. It's a whole slew of different things that he was able to do so effectively that have changed our lives forever.
And there was a time when they kicked his butt out. Like, man, get on up out of here, cuz. All right, let's check out this Wikipizzle and read some text off and get out of here in about 8 minutes. Let's bring up Steve's Wikipizzle. Let me get my little beats going. So we did another beat. Let's pick a different beat for Steve. Well, he's Caucasian. You know, he seems like a guy that would like to feed the ducks. We'll go with feeding the ducks. That'll be our little beat. There you go. We'll go with feeding the ducks for his review. While I'm bringing it up, well, any comments about Steve? Oh, we lost Volo? He might be muted. He's not muted. He's just gone. I think he went back to sleep, guys. I think we lost Volo, guys. All right, don't matter. We're about to finish up the show anyway. Let me read this full Wikipedia. We get up out of this joint, sleep out. Here we go. All right, so I'm gonna pull Steve. I'm gonna put Volo down and put Steve up since Volo is he on the snooze joint, I guess. All right, so I'm gonna go my news reporter swag on this and do some silly reading of his Wikipedia. I'm gonna cut up for a little bit. We're gonna get out of there. Oh, look at them! Look at the. Okay, so look at this right here. Wikipedia not for sale. Oh, I gotta bring it up. Y'all gotta see this. They got the nerve to throw some window up like they want some money from your boy. Like, I wish I would pay Wikipedia a mother sucking thing. When I got a Wikipedia page, that's when I'll pay you some money, Wikipedia. Go, where's the Carl Anthony, Mr. CD Enforcer, Black Jesus, Carl Anthony for President page? I don't see it. I don't see it. So you can stick where the sun don't shine, but I'm gonna reach your page anyway. Please don't strike me for fair use, Wikipedia. I'm sorry. I apologize. But I don't think you can strike me for fair use for reading. But it says Wikipedia is not for sale, so they think they're better than us. Apparently, and they want a little one-time donation. They just like these women. They just like these 304s. They always want something from me. I'm not scarred. All right, I'm cutting up. Let's finish this up. We got 5 minutes. So Steve Jobs, Steve Paul Jobs, born February 24th, 1955, died 2011. American business magnate, inventor, and investor. He was the co-founder and chairman of CEO and Apple. Is chairman and majority shareholder of Pixar and a member of the Walt Disney Company's board of directors. That means he may have been a Nazi, but I don't want to slander his name. Allegedly. Anybody who works with Disney can't be trusted. I don't even trust Mickey Mouse around my kids. That's how I work. But he got Pixar. He kicked some butt. He became the CEO of Next, which was his next company he made after that. And he's a pioneer of the personal computer revolution of the 70s and the 80s while I was a child. So while my father was out cheating on my mother, this guy was making a company. Anyway, I'm not mad about it. Along with his early business partner and fellow Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak, who we're going to do next week, who was a hustler and a slickster, his daggone self. Jobs born in San Fran to a Syrian father. He's Syrian. Oh, shoot. And a German-American mother. So it's like, see, I told you he might be with those the Nazi guys, man. He's German-American. I ain't saying nothing. Allegedly. He's probably from Germantown, Philadelphia. So they're not really German. They just live in Germantown. Okay. Hey, I'm not getting in that. They're probably from Germantown, though. And so you can't trust them. If you ever been in Germantown, you can't trust somebody in Germantown nowadays. You lose your money and your life. That's a whole nother story. Was adopted, blah, blah, blah. Went to college, kicked butt. He was into Zen Buddhism, all that. Did all the dope computer stuff, blah, blah, blah. Whoop-de-whoop. 79, made some new computer stuff. Did the Next platform, got visual effects, had Lucasfilm, did the Computer Man and stuff, did Toy Story, made 27 films, since from that film studio. Pixar. Now, Pixar might be his greatest legacy. because I'll watch every Pixar movie because I know it's going to be funny and have secret adult jokes in there. So while your kids is like, what they mean by eating groceries? I'm like, nothing, child, they hungry. And we laughing our asses off. Thank you, Pixar, for sneaking in adult jokes in children's movies to make it fun for all of us. Thank God. That's one of the greatest things he's ever done in his life. 97, he went back to Apple as a CEO because they're like, yo, dang, this dude kind of figured shit out. Let's get this boy. He done got Pixar popping. He got Next popping. Yo, dog, we sorry we told you to roll out. You didn't know what you was doing. That was like a thing. He was always tripping now. He's tripping. Anyway, it let him back. He came back, did his thing, got the store popping, iPad, Mac, iPhone, iTunes Store, Mac OS, Next Step platform back into the Unispace for stuff going to 2000. And then he had an unfortunate pancreatic neuroendocrine tumor, which, as hard as he worked and as intense as he was, that is a very stressful life. I don't think this is, I'm going to take a moment. This is going to be my editorial to close out. So I'm going to give him a job, and I'm going to talk about something with Steve Jobs. He had a great life, great family, great kids. Steve Jobs, the man. But I'm going to talk about something for this last 2 minutes, and this is going to be my Carl editorial moment. Because here's our lesson when we learn from Steve Jobs, and this is to anybody who wants to be like super uber millionaire, billionaire, successful. A lot of times you're going to have to fail a couple times. You're going to be kicked out. But all that success he had, it induced a lot of stress on him, a lot of not sleeping, a lot of pressure, a lot of constant thinking and worrying. And those kind of things make you sick. That's why you always see a lot of rich people who pass from a heart attack or they'll pass early. Like, oh, this guy was rich. Like, if you've seen a picture of Al Pacino looks like he got hit by 3 cars and he's still knocking down black girls, getting them pregnant, right? But he has so much money and free time, he should be healthy as an ox, right? But they'll still be like, because there's so much stress being so successful in the traveling and the late nights and the up and down hours, and everybody's pulling at you and wants a little bit of something. Even your kids is like, Daddy, I need a Lamborghini. It's like, you are 3. Boy, don't make me punch you. It's not legal anymore. It's not 1982 no more. I can't hit you legally anymore. Allegedly. I would never hit my children while anybody's looking. Allegedly. And I don't have kids yet, so that's not a real threat. I'm kind of like Charleston White. I have fake threats. But that is 1 minute left in the show. Volo, are you alive?
Yeah, I'm alive.
Final words.
Yeah, I'm. You got me thinking of. I do have his autobiography, and I do check on it here and there. I didn't just read it through like most novelizations. Steve Jobs is that dude, and that was cool. That was cool.
Yeah, shout out to homie Jinx Shark Khan, you know what I'm saying, from Dark Side Music. Check him out. That man will help you build a dope computer, video games, and make a beat. Then make some great rap songs, especially around this time of the year. He'll creep you out by Halloween. So check out Jinx Shark Khan if you guys can. Go follow his page too. Thank you for watching this show, brother, coming through. Final words. We got our next show, what is today, Volo? Sunday?
Yeah, so it's tomorrow.
So we got tomorrow is Noodle Free Mondays and whatnot, where we talk about some noodle stuff going on and whatnot. Then we got the My Part of Town podcast on Wednesdays and whatnot, where we'll talk about Philadelphia, what's going on in the city, sports. We hype about them Eagles. Eagles! So we hype about the Eagles and whatnot from their win. So we'll cipher over that and worry about it. Jalen Hurts is hurt again. Boy, that boy like Michael Vick. He get to running and clap. Run, clap. Run, clap. Poor thing. He need to lift some weights. He need to get fat like Donovan McNabb. He need to put on 280 pounds like Donovan McNabb. Anyway, I like normal shows on Saturdays, but we'll always switch back between Saturdays and Sundays depending on how drunk or tired I am. Also, to finish out, just always want to say that love is good, life is better, and if you get a chance, you better do something that's going to make you last forever so they can never forget. This is the Volo and Buttheads podcast. Shout out to everybody watching. Thanks everybody for watching. Y'all have a great night. We are in the streets. Let me close out with our little banner thing up here, wherever the heck it is. Booyah. And we are out of here.